who they are associated with. And so when you go down further in the filings, they describe all of their affiliates, right? Fidelity Brokerage Services, the recipient. So the company that you are thinking is registered. It's the company that's benefiting from this exemption. There's another one, Fidelity Distributor Company. Look at all of the different fidelities, because you don't understand how the financial space works. I've studied the financial space. I understand about one of the greatest financial movement or resources in this country around the world, fixed income security, is an exemption.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hundreds of trillions of dollars a year through medium-term notes and other type of financial instrument, but it's under the exemption category. You have to do constructive due diligence. That is fidelity. Let's look at the next one.
This meeting is being recorded.
BlackRock. Now, BlackRock, what is that? Digital liquidity fund. Digital liquidity fund. All right, so let's see what type of filing they do. Whoa, 506C. Same filing. Who are they affiliated with? Look at that. Securitized Market LLC. That is organizational layer behind organization. You have no clue how the financial space works, sir. And your minions lack understanding of that as well. There's a private spot, there's a private space, there's the public space. Money does not move in the public space, my friend. It moves in the private space. What happens in the public is limited. 99% of real money moves in the private.
This meeting is being recorded.
So while you're running your mouth, go back and do some due diligence, please. This, again, is a special purpose vehicle connected to BlackRock. I didn't make this up. This is a fact. Danny, I'm not giving you approval on my call, Danny. You didn't give me access to call. Why are you asking me to approve you to talk? I'll give you the chance to talk, my friend. Okay. So, and if you continue to disrupt my call, I'm gonna kick you off like you do on all the calls. Right? I'm giving the facts. You can do what you want to do with facts. It's up to you. Okay. Kim, Danny is not here to be educated, so can you please exit him out? Maybe when he's coming back, he can be educated later. Okay. All right. So again, as I said, Danny is uneducated, have a middle school education, but somehow he perceived himself to be versed in a space that he lacked the capability to understand. Okay. Let's continue. All right. That's the next one. Here's another organization in the space of Bitcoin. And this organization also filed a 506B. This organization is affiliated with Morgan Stanley Securities. And if you look at the filing, it tells you here, is the issuer registered as an investment company under the Investment Company Act of 1940? They also say no. Okay. Now, Danny had a question. It was a very important question. I tried to answer the question, but he undermined me from answering the question. He says, if you file a 506C, it requires accredited investors. And you're absolutely right. It requires accredited investors. Why it is private in most spaces, because the minimum requirement is millions. And no one is offering the space for ordinary people to raise capital in this capacity. It is just a closed loop system. And this is why BG partnership with DSJ, which is two different companies. Professor Stephen Beer and his team, a whole team of people behind the scene, whether Danny and his minions believe that he's not real, it is not relevant. Okay? We're not here to prove to him the relevancy of who's behind the scene. Right? Professor Stephen Beer came up with a phenomenal idea in his team. How do we develop ordinary people to become accredited? And that was phenomenal. So that means when you join BG, in partnership with BG, through education, through discipline, through understanding of what BG DHJ partnership represents, and the training aspect of it, Professor commits to get you to an accredited status. Because when DHJ goes public, which is going to happen here shortly, you will be in the position, first position, to be able to acquire stock interest. But to become accredited, we need to build your account. So in DSJ, in your back office, as they like to call it, all of the financial information is there. You don't have to go and prove accreditation. It is already there. First checkoff box. Are you familiar with the crypto space? Yes. I understand we're doing futures trading. I understand we're predicting the direction of Bitcoin against USDT. I understand it. I also further understand that BG ecosystem is a use when we do external training. You're going to come to those training, but make sure when you let your family members know, talk to your family members that the misinformation, the brainchild behind it, is a middle school dropout that is illiterate, that doesn't understand the conceptual idea and the contextual idea of the financial space, the digital space, the crypto space. He is just regurgitating AI, and now he got a brand new toy that he's playing with, and he's disrupting
a brand
people's
like
lives.
cats.
Are there scammers out there?
Well, these
Absolutely.
Ponzi schemes and scams that I chase
But
down,
scammers are people who hustle for the benefit of themselves. And if you're going to look at scams and look at Ponzi scheme, it goes all the way to every major corporation, a pharmaceutical drug company, a Ponzi scheme. Every corporation, money flows from the bottom to the top, Danny. That's a fact. The banking system could be considered a Ponzi scheme. The United States government financial system itself, based on a debt infrastructure, we need more debt to pay off debt, can be considered a Ponzi scheme in the context. And I know you're going to twist my words, which I really don't care, Danny, because you're ignorant and you're stuck on stupid. See, you're not stupid, but you're stuck on stupidity. It's a difference. I tell nobody is stupid. But when you take false information without properly doing your due diligence and you regurgitate that multiple times over and over, and then you convince other people to repeat it, the person who repeats it is stuck on stupid. Especially when somebody brings wisdom to the table and they choose to ignore it. And that's what is happening in your space. You're harming people indirectly. And the fact that you are aggressively attacking people and collecting information of people and doing due diligence, what you call due diligence on their contact information, is illegal, Danny. And it's unethical and it's unacceptable. We're yelling that this is a scam, this is a scam. You mentioned that it was other companies that was 13 months ago that was BG. Well, can prove to you that BG existed long before that. I told you BG is around 4 years. You hesitated because all the company you have named is after this. Rather than stopping and trying to gather facts. Well, if BG has been around for 4 years, then all these companies are being claimed as BG. Obviously, it's not BG. Your mind can't rationalize that because your mind can't rationalize being wrong. And I've trained students in your capacity. And if you're teachable, we can teach you. Again, anything is capable of shutting down. But right now, 600,000 people say they're changing their lives and they're impacting families' lives. You have not produced one single person in BG that can get on a call and says, I was in BG and they stole my money. Not one person. Kent, come off mute. Please.
Yes, sir.
Kent, BG
I'm here.
have BG stolen from you?
Josie, I'm going to try to roll with you on this for a minute. I'm not going to do it long because my perspective is that what's the gentleman's name?
Danny.
Danny, Fred. I don't know who he is, but clearly Danny, Fred, or whatever other alias he's given up. He's not here to learn. He's here to create chaos and confusion. That's why he's here. So you did a wonderful job speaking with him and educating him. But as my lovely, good friend that I've been with for 25 years, that is not why he's here. Because if he was here for the purpose of getting the facts and then speaking the truth, then there's no way that he could refute what you're saying. He's stuck on it's a scam and he's not turning back. And that's where you said the ignorance.
How do we help him?
So,
Can we help him? Or can we help
no,
him?
I don't think that we can.
I got you.
I don't think that we can. So I think that at this point, you've probably done enough. But I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. Has BG scammed me? I came in this space with over 200K. The best thing ever happened to me to allow me to know that BG wasn't a scam is when they turned me down and said I couldn't put 200K in. Scams don't turn down 200,000. Okay? Danny or Fred or whatever his name is, scams don't turn down 200K. So they did allow me to come in with 50K. That 50K today is now 1.8 million.
Yes.
And
so Ken, let me pause right there. That
okay.
$1.8 million. Have the people you brought in equate to $1.8 million or even $1 million plus? I know
not even close. No.
Jossie.
So
Yeah,
you, as an example, you have come in with 50,000. You at a stage you already pulled out close to what, 700,000-800,000.
I've already pulled out 700,000-800,000.
Perfect, and then you are still at 1.8 million because of the compound.
And I'm still at 1.8. Yes.
Because of the compounding rules of the success that Professor Stephen Beer is allowing us in the crypto space using AI. So that being said, I have reached out to every member. We have 1,000 member, of course, in the system, and I reach out to them and I've asked them on the average, have they withdraw more money than the people underneath them? And on the average, most of them say yes, right? I withdraw more money for a fact because I give a lot back. So I came in with $500. You came in with 50,000. Okay, Danny, I am accredited investor because of Stephen Beard. So I'm legally accredited, and I have a reputation because I've trained a whole team of people. I understand the crypto space, and Professor Stephen Beard have allowed me that space to grow, as well as many others. And I've given more back than the people under me. I don't recruit. I can't tell you the last time I recruited. And when people approach me, I introduce them to other people to work with them and support them. So Kent, you are now proving in your own experience. Danny said you didn't exist on his call. He said he'd give up 10,000 to prove somebody. And here's the interesting.
It was amazing.
We can go
the
into
guy's
DSJ
claiming
because
it's
I'm
not
going
a
to show that.
scam
Okay,
because somebody's taken out $800,000.
It's not theoretical.
But he's put in.
We can see how 1%.
Well, Josie,
he's put in
let me stop you for a
$50,000, and
minute.
now he's taking out 800,000.
One of the things
And that proves it's not a
that
scam.
I
I don't realize how
always
Ponzi
do
schemes
when I
work.
do a presentation, and I think that I'm going to jump in the middle of the direction that you're going in
I'm just documenting.
because I think it's necessary. One of the things I always say is, I'm not here to prove anything to you. I'm not here to convince you to secure your future. I'm not here to make you wealthy. I'm not here to encourage you to embrace freedom or generational wealth. I'm here to present you an opportunity. If you choose not to embrace this opportunity, then it's probably best that you move on. It's not for everybody. Some people like Danny or Fred, they like to go to work and take orders. These are the people who was cool with having somebody tell them, be to work at 8, you're going to get off at 5. And that's what they're cool with. Well, some of us want freedom. Some of us want financial freedom. We want generational wealth. We want to prepare the plate and the table for our loved ones so that they never have to struggle in the future. If Danny or Fred or whatever other alias that he may use does not embrace that theory, then please, Danny, get the fuck off this line. I mean, just get off the line. You know what I'm saying? Because Jossie is one of the most gracious dudes that I've ever known. And Jossie has done more to help people than you could ever imagine. But we're not here to convince you about that. We don't need to convince you because everybody knows. We don't have time for that. And Jossie, I think you've given him enough of your time at this point.
And I appreciate
you literally have it. And I understand. Listen, I know this phone call, this Zoom is recorded. So you basically shut him down all the way. He's been shut down. He's just refusing to acknowledge it. Every aspect of what he said has been shut down.
Yes.
Right? You've covered it all.
Yeah.
There's no further.
What we're gonna do, and I want to pause. What we're gonna do, we're gonna follow a complaint of what he's doing. He's coming on calls and bringing his minion. He's capturing names of people on the call. And
Exactly.
I apologize to my Zoom my BG partners, because if your name is on the Zoom ID, he is capturing it illegally and then he's using that in his database, okay? Which is unethical, which is actually illegal. We can actually file a complaint in New Zealand. I've already reached out to them. They said we can all file a complaint officially, and they will they will do a formal investigation. And if we have enough people reporting, because he made a claim, he said he got 2,500 BG members. And one of the sad things is he goes to Professor Stephen Beer's call when people are giving thumbs up and different things, their names are showing up. He is freezing, screaming. They're doing all this stuff just to capture people's name and calling them scammers. He even accused Professor Stephen Beer of being fake because he don't have a teeth in his mouth. He is, I don't know, man. The cognitive dissonance that is there is causing so much disruption that the very thing he thinks he's protecting is what he's doing. This man doesn't have a single verifiable background that's authentic to be able to be in this space to speak intellectually or even contextually. He doesn't have the capacity, right? But there's nothing wrong with dropping out of school. People drop out of school because school is not for everyone. According to Danny, he went to the University of Dyslexia. Danny, I'm dyslexic. I'm autistic. I've been diagnosed with dyslexia, dysgraphia, dyscalculia. I've been diagnosed with being called mentally retarded. I've been bullied. I've lost 98% of my family in ethnic cleansing. I don't feel sorry for you. I've seen the pharmaceutical company do things that harm family members that broke my heart. I've seen systems that are designed to help people hurt people. I want to do my part to be a light. I'm not here to attack you. As I told you, this space, a lot of this space, is because I do love you. Because I have to love the divinity in you. But you have to self-reflect and understand that your action has consequences. Your actions actually harms. Because if you don't recognize that somebody, one of your minions, might act unaccordingly and hurt somebody because they're following you. Right? In this space, we talk about love, compassion, and gratitude. Kim, come off mute for me.
Yes, I'm here.
Do I focus on money on this in this space?
No.
Do I talk about how much money you're going to get?
No.
I focus my attention on here. Being honest. And I want all the members, or anybody else, they'll tell you. Can anybody else come off mute? Raise your hand. What do I focus my attention on? Miss Olivia, come off mute. Can you come off mute, Miss Olivia?
Yes.
Miss Olivia, how old are you?
77.
Have I scammed you?
Oh, not at all. You
abuse, you get 30 years in prison for doing that. If you're going after people's 401ks investments, you're going to spend a long time in jail. I can't wait to see you in jail, Jossie.
You're going to double your money. You're going to. We talk about the success of compounding, but do I focus on that?
No, not at all. Your whole platform is educating about BG Wealth. You bring make us aware of different programs, different platforms. Just there's so much to it that you just bring it out to us so we can learn.
Because BG says the acronym B and grow, then develop wealth, and then share.
All right.
That all happens specifically in that order. I don't focus on I don't focus on recruiting because recruiting doesn't do it. I always tell people worst case. I say here's the worst case, and that's what I tell people. Go out and find 5 family members. Teach them. I always say teach them about BG. Teach them the potential of getting out of their jobs, retiring, and have that space. These are ordinary people, right? Go and teach your family members. Because when you do that, you move into another opportunity space. Which means BG says when you get to a level 2 manager position, you get to trade 3 times. Which means you accelerate your return. So when you're trading 3 times in the crypto space, that means your resources based on the compounding principle triples. Right? So why do I do that? Because you are an investor. And so what is the path of least resistance to invest? So I'm not saying go get strangers. I'm saying set your family up. Get your family and develop your family and help your family replicate the same process. Replicate you in the space of information and learning and growing. Okay?
Yes.
Having consistent with that space.
Yes.
Okay. So I appreciate you. All right. I'm gonna.
Thank
Okay, go ahead. How you going, Janet?
No, it's so scary.
It's okay. How you doing,
Let's
Janet?
see if he gets that right. I call him the cuckoo. He does this to just about anything and everything. I just don't get someone like him. And all I know is this is the truth. And we, I mean, I can't fathom someone that does what he does. And I don't get it, Josie. I don't get it. I mean, you have done nothing but train. You've been my mentor since day one. You're the most giving person. Like, even though I'm part of your team, but I'm not. And you know what I'm
That comes with that or a
Yeah.
you can't put on the straight one, it's just I think so it's not big. You need that pretty much straight or needs to be you give an aftermark 18 for that. Dark 18 flat. So but you gotta find aftermark 18 just a quick release 18 and stuff and switch on that thing. That one. That's all the same. And different stuff. You guys what? Holes for the. What's 300? Well, it's just printing holders from gels there. So I made this. Yeah. The old so.
God for you. And when I heard you have to waste all that energy on somebody who's going nowhere, he's a Nowhereian. He's going nowhere. And he's just looking for people to hop on his journey. But we are determined, and I'm so glad that I am a part of BG. And I refused like four people before I actually joined, because I've gone into things that it didn't work and I wasn't ready. But one thing I know for sure, I love this space. I love this space. This almost 73 years old lady, she loved this space. This space is going to change the world. It's changing the world. And today is my 2 months since I'm a part of BG. And you sponsored me, Mr. G, with $500. And today my account is
Yeah.
over $3,000. 2 months. For those of you who I have invited, I'm not just, say a woman of God. I consider myself a community person. I'm involved in ministry, retired from a reputable Sharp County job. I worked in the jail, Mr. G, for
Right. Yeah.
26 years and 9 months. So
That couple in here
I
before were
always
just
want to
testing
get
it,
into
looking
a
at it. They're going to go
space
buy
that's
it somewhere else,
honest,
but they wanted to
and
come
this
and
is
feel
it.
it. You could
And
tell.
I'm so grateful
The
that
one that I
I'm
said,
willing
he's a wealthy man,
stay on board to
big chubby
help
guy.
change the
So this whole meeting is
break the
about me.
back of
It's going to be
poverty.
funny.
So many people in the church, Mr. G, they say they serve God for years and now they're older, and people are asking for a GoFundMe to bury them. It should not be so. And then you try to invite them and they feel as if, oh, I can't. And, they have all excuses. What? That's okay. I am not mad with them. I'll give them their time to really get the full understanding of what BG is. And thank you, sir. I appreciate you. For those of you,
Government warnings everywhere.
I'm not rushing you. When you get it, I am ready to sign you up. So thank you again for taking my call.
Most welcome. And everyone who I engage with, there is no consideration for me. I'm not asking for a dime. When I invest in members, I don't ask them for a dime. I don't say pay me back. When I share with you, Danny, to come in for 6 months, it wasn't I say you couldn't pull out. You can pull out. Miss Barnes can pull out anytime she wants to pull out. Right? Anybody can pull out anytime. However, to pull out is the opposite of compounding. I teach math. I understand the rules of compounding. If you're going to compound, don't pull out. We don't teach bonuses. We don't teach all of the dividends, all the stuff in the space. We teach simple compounding with your funds, and you see how it's growing, and then you compare and contrast that to your experience. Because if you recruit nobody and no bonuses, no nothing, what is your account going to still look like as it continue to compound? Because the AI is doing the job. Professor Stephen Beer and his team is doing the job. We're seeing consistency. Whether Dan or anyone else choose to believe that this is not a real space, it's a made up space, to each his own. You have the right to believe whatever you want to believe because belief is the developmental process of moving to knowing.
About belief.
I said to you,
Who's had enough of me, I think. Let's have a listen and see what he's doing. What do I need to do here?
fair. He didn't give me a shot. He didn't give me a fair shot on his platform because this is what he's going to do. So let's see. We can't get mad. We're going to give him the space. Let's see if he can be logical. Let's see if he can be a critical thinker in this space and ask the right question to the members because you're in a space with the members. You're not on the space talking about the members and assuming. Well, because a lot of people that's talking to him are people who have members in BG and they're afraid that their family members in BG is going to lose money. So he hasn't talked to actual people in BG that is experiencing BG. So let's get him off. Let's see. Okay, go ahead. I'm see one more person. Go ahead.
Oh, Mr. G, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing? Your awesomeness.
I am good. I when I guess after we finish all of this, I have some people that are guests on here, and I don't want them to get the wrong idea. So I really want to kind of veer towards what BG is and what BG does. if we can
We got
bring
Kim
it.
on the call. We got Kim is going to break that down here. So Kim,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this is a housekeeping, and Kim have done a phenomenal job. Y'all know in this space is twofold. We come
Okay.
and we come and teach you, and then we do the Q&A. But
Okay.
a lot of people are being hurt, and I wanted to put a stop to the fact that this man is unethically getting people's information, and and doing things that is not safe. Right, and I wanted to address that.
Okay.
So when you guys join calls moving forward, maybe you can just put BG members.
Okay.
For safety reasons, rename yourself as BG members moving forward. Even on professor's call, just put BG members so that way we
Okay.
can be safe. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna unmute. TNM, come off mute. This is.
Good evening, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm a part of Sparta Nation.
How you doing?
Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely.
Before I say that all of that energy was to naught on Danny, let me say that I learned a lot from the back and forth. I learned a lot. And when you stay plugged in like this and you hear intelligent conversation, you can't help but learn, and it expand our horizon. I'm 82 years old.
Thank you.
I've been in the BG Wealth since October.
You look like you're 21. Are you sure you're 82, sir?
I'm 82, man, and this thing is keeping me active. My wife, when I first started, said,
"What a joke, mate.
Here he goes again," And she asked me if I belong to the NFL. No friends left.
There you go.
But now, after a month and a half, I opened up an account in her name, didn't tell her about it.
Yes,
my only regret is when I opened up my own account, I didn't start with more because of that 5% sign-on bonus. But I appreciate being here, man. I'm having a great time. And I want to tell you that from the inside, it looks a whole lot brighter than the outside. There's no way that 600,000 people can be scammed. You can fool some of the people some of the time. You can't fool all of the people all the time. I appreciate you, man. And I appreciate you inviting Sparta Nation to the call.
Anytime. Sparta Nation is family. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right. So these are real voices. These are real people. These are made of people. Where when you listen to Danny's call, there is no real substance behind it. It's just AI asking questions and reflecting questions. Okay? So as I said, I'm excited that all of you are in this grow and become the necessary accredited investors, because what Danny failed to realize, the truth that he's looking for is coming. Professor Stephen Beer is a phenomenal visionary. He's a man after my own heart. He wants to impact the world. He is convicted
Debunk
by
the
it,
video
as I am.
live to your
And in this
audience.
conviction, he's going to
Verify
spend
your
$60+
artificial
million to
claims.
open up facilities. We have facilities open up in Houston and different places. Danny came off mute. He came on the call that I was on. He made a statement. He said he shut down the Houston office. He didn't understand that I had direct contact. Thaddeus, are you here? I don't know if Thaddeus is on the call with us. Yeah, I know he's traveling today, but Thaddeus, if you're here, can you raise your hand and come off mute? Because Danny made a claim that he shut you down. He has no clue that when he speaks the fallacies and the false statement it's just out of control. And so I tried to tell him that was not the reason the Houston office didn't open. And he shut me down and mute me. So for the record, Danny, the Houston office, we had some inspector that was supposed to come, and they didn't come on time. And so we rescheduled. But that space is going to be a special space. We're going to have support. We're going to have healing. We're going to have different things in that space, because we want members to feel, the totality of what BG is, which is just be and just grow. But not just grow in wealth, grow in mind, body, and spirit, and heal from your distortions and your problems in life. So we'll find ways to support you in a holistic way. Right? So Thaddeus, if you're here, you can come off mute so that we can confirm that he didn't shut you down. Anybody else would like to share? Anybody else would like to share? Raise your hand. Danny, I'm going to give you the space. I want you to come off mute. give you the space, and then you can ask our members. Because you are saying you're protecting them. Those are your call. That's what you're saying on your call. You're protecting these people from the bottom feeder. You said, I'm a bottom feeder. I am hell spawn.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
This is your space. Come and ask my members. I've heard them. How BG I've heard them. Since you're protecting them. Where are you, Danny?
Good idea,
So
just
what
in
Danny's
case.
probably running back to now is to create another
Yeah.
call.
You're doing the full or
He's
the
going to
half?
capture little bits and pieces.
You're doing the run tomorrow?
He's not going to really
You're doing the
face the
full or the
facts.
half?
Because he doesn't want to face the facts.
Yeah.
And to each his own. But I want you to tell your family and friends that due diligence they're doing on Google, Infiltrate was created by an uneducated middle school dropout that has some anger issues, some emotional distortions, and he's trying to project that on anybody.
Did you want a receipt?
It's not an investigative journalist. He doesn't understand what the meaning of that is. He lack objectivities. He lack focus and discipline.
Thanks very much.
And that's a crime shame. Because you bring a bad reputation to people who believe in their craft. And who goes to school and get educated and get degrees in order to be in that space. And then here anybody with Google or with an AI can now compete with them. And then compete with them in this manner. Shame on you. Shame on you. So that being said, Kim, can you come off mute and do your thing?
Can we ask like a few more questions and then I'm gonna pull in my stuff?
Sure. Okay, a few more questions. Anybody? Kim is pulling. A few more questions. Anybody else? I hear some information. Come off mute. Come off mute.
This meeting is being recorded.
How are you doing, Mr. G?
I am blessed, sir. How you doing?
All right. I'm Rufus ready.
Ready? Where are we? Is that the one? Let's see if we can get some sound on here. See if we can fix me.
You protected me in a lot of different other scams that I was in. You pulled me out of a lot of other scams, a lot of other fake stuff that I was in. But I'm in BG Wealth now, so don't pull me out of this. I've been doing very well in this. I've been in this thing since October, brother. I ain't coming out of this. Matter of fact, you need to come on over here, my brother. This right here has been changing the lives of my family. And matter of fact, the other stuff I was in, nobody else didn't want to join me in it because they knew it was a scam. But this right here, BG Wealth, since I've been in it since October, everybody want to follow me in this. I don't even have to go and talk to nobody. I don't even have to try to recruit. They following me. They looking at me like, what are you doing? Because they see the difference. They see me doing. They see me copy and pasting. They asking me, what are you doing? And I'm just showing them what I'm doing. I don't even have to convince nobody. They see the difference and they want to join. They want to be a part of this. They see how well things are going in my life. So I appreciate how once you get in something like this and you see the infrastructure, you see how well things are going. You see how well Elena and Mr. The professor are handling things. I mean, you see the difference once you get on the inside. It might look a certain way on the outside, but come on the inside and you will see the difference. So, man, Danny, calm down. Come on the inside. Take Mr. G's $1,000 and make it happen. I'm finna do my 8 o'clock trade right now. Thank you, Mr. G, for doing what you're doing.
I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate it. All right, the next person. Come off mute, please. Let's see.
Is that me? Is that me?
Oh, that's fine.
No,
Go
it's me.
ahead.
It's me.
Go ahead.
Is okay, go ahead. And I'll be after you.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
go
you.
ahead.
You have failed to mention the video that we did yesterday where we proved that there was no trading actually happening at all, and we've got verifiable proof on the blockchain. So why aren't you bringing up that video and disputing that video rather than putting people on here that have been paid by you to set up accounts? There's no doubt everyone can withdraw their money, but if you're going to judge this just on people withdrawing their money, you need to look at the hardcore evidence. Now, there's no proof of any trading on the blockchain, and we did a video about that yesterday, but you seem not to want to bring that up here. You're only bringing up people that you've funded accounts for. Why don't you show the video we did yesterday, and why don't you debunk our video and show why you believe there is trading on the blockchain? Because this is all about signal trading, even though everybody's talking about recruitment in the conversation here, because this is why I do what I do. And don't forget, I've got a pretty good portfolio of scams that I've busted in the past. And just going by the last person that was on here, he's been scammed before by other programs that you have introduced him to. And now he believes this one isn't a scam only because he's receiving money. So what? Bring up that video. I sent it to you in WhatsApp and debunk my video about how there's no trading on the blockchain. And if you're in this Zoom meeting, you're going
Can I
to be
answer the
put on
question?
my name and shame
Yes.
list.
So
And it's not a
Danny,
laughing matter, mate, because you're going to go to jail.
I'm not laughing, Danny. Do
I,
I look
you,
like
were-
I'm laughing
you,
at you? You're not even on my level for me to laugh at you like that, Danny. So I did watch the video, and I still saw the ignorance in it. So when you're talking about a decentralized system, Danny, you need to understand each platform has different component that is in the public facing component and a public facing aspect, right? So when you look at DSJ, I'm going to pull up a DSJ account. Before I do that, hold on one second. Okay. I'm going to pull up DSJ so I can see. Because Danny refused to understand. He takes one idea and he runs with it, not understanding the dynamic of how the infrastructure is set up. Okay. So in the space of, let me share this account. Okay. Can everybody see this account? Can everybody see the screen?
No, you gotta I don't
Okay, let me close everything around it.
yeah.
Danny, can you please stop with the pop-up so I can at least answer your question? Because now, and that's okay. Okay, I told you. It's okay, Danny. It's okay. I'm not giving you access to record because you're not safe for you to record my people because you're capturing the information, and that is toxic. So I'm not accepting you to record my community. So anyway, can everybody see the DSJ website? Yes? No?
Maybe I'm missing something here. I don't see it.
I share my screen. I'm gonna share it again.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
You can see it? Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So when you go into futures, okay, you'll see in futures trading, go futures and log in. Okay. So when you go to invited me,
on the blockchain.
facts. Okay, I want to go over these facts first. Okay. So what Danny failed to realize is that in this particular account has been trading 575 times. Okay, and the $14,800 is the profit earned from the 5 trades. The $24,207 is the 1% have gotten into the trade collectively. Okay. Now, how is this possible? It's because that 99.48%, which all of us have different numbers in our system, right? Because the time you came in and so forth, it's not a random number somebody's created account. It's an actual number that goes along with the number of trades you had. And that 99.4% is the capacity of the AI. Now, if you take that bottom number, that small number, that 14,000, you divide it by the 24,000, you get the consistency of the rate of success. That is very important because if you look at past history and you say, well, I've been trading 575 times, I have $14,800, and we all have that. We will see on the average we have about 1.24% if you're trading twice, or 1.8 trading 3 times. Okay, and if you're doing that, now you have a consistency of average success rate based on the AI. Now you can take that to the bank. You can say, you know something, I can predict the next maybe 100 trades. I'm going to have the same level of win. So the AI is pretty much, as you can see, the BTC against USDT is accurately predicting. He uses AI in his entire infrastructure. So he knows the power of AI. So to undermine the sanctity of AI being leveraged in the financial space is a contradiction of the very thing he's using. So we're leveraging the same to create this capacity of 99.48%. Now, Danny might say, well, I don't believe this is real. I believe it's fake and all this other stuff. You know, Danny, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just showing the facts behind the scene. Everybody's facts behind the scene is unique to their account. This is the back end. And you can see the consistency of each trade. I can tell you when you came in. You can go and find that information out, exactly the time you came in, how much funds have been through the exchange. Now, in the exchange piece, when you transfer money from your exchange account, because you have multiple different accounts in DSJ, okay? You have, if you go to assets, I see the assets, you will see multiple different accounts. Let me see if I can go to the bottom here. If Danny will quick popping up stuff, if we can see, you will have what is called exchange, you will have what is called trade, and what is called perpetual. And Danny can see that. There's down here on the account, you can see that. Exchange, perpetual, and also trade. The trade is a decentralized infrastructure. The exchange is what can be seen in the blockchain because it's a typical exchange. So a centralized system allows you to have, full autonomy to share. So every time you come in, you take your money from the exchange and put it into the trade, it goes into a private system, right? That system does not have to be locked into the blockchain with contract, as what Danny's saying. It doesn't necessarily have to do that based on the infrastructure. That's a fact, Danny. Do your due diligence, you will see. Ask the question to your so-called AI. Are trading futures in the crypto space required to show on the blockchain? And you will see it's wrong, okay? Based on the infrastructure of the decentralized system, it's not required. However, that exchange piece is required because as people are bringing assets in, they have to keep track records of that. That's a fact, Danny. So I'm not here to prove to you that we are doing anything wrong because each person have their own individual account that allows them to see the back end. So when I'm educating people, we're not coming just using a random number that Professor Stephen Beer give us. We're actually looking at the history. And I studied other people's account with 1,500 trading or 1,800. And I looked at the numbers and I studied numbers and I was looking for proportionality. And then I looked at an account that had 10 trades and I looked at the proportionality to that versus them. And I looked at the compounding component of it. And when I saw the consistency of the proportionality, I knew there was something of substance there. But you would not understand that, Danny, because it's beyond your comprehension. And whoever your team people, your team members are, you need to get some better team members to educate you. Because a lot of he said, she said is not aligned with the facts. This account right here, this trade account, is private. Right? It's none of your business. This is why it's called private placement. It has a private placement component. Do some due diligence on private placement. Do some due diligence on fixed income security and some other private placement vehicles. So you can see that. And then also look at the SEC. Why do you think you have Fidelity and others creating special purpose vehicles, shell company, new company, in order to align with to raise unlimited capital? That's because this space, unlike other scammers, DSJ is following the rules. They're following the rules to actually come in here and align with the SEC. If SEC believes, Danny, maybe you have to reach out to SEC because if we're registered with SEC and we're doing something wrong, SEC was the one fighting against XRP. SEC was fighting with USDT. Why are they not fighting with us, Danny? Why are you fighting with us, but SEC, the one we're registered with, is not fighting with us? Ask yourself that question. Why is no evidence in the United States we're doing anything wrong, except for you pushing the agenda in New Zealand and your other, followers pushing it in other countries, which don't have the facts because they're not in the United States. And I'm not going to New Zealand. I'm not going to the UK. I'm not going to Canada and trying to prove facts to anybody there. I follow the rules here. And the rules here says we're doing everything ethically, legally, and with full compliance. Approval, this exemption is a form of approval, Danny. Regulations is a restriction, Danny, in this space. That's why it is not leveraged constructively in this space. Go do your due diligence, please. So I just answered your question. This account, this trade account, is a private account. Next question. Danny, I'm with it. Danny, come off mute. You say it's not on blockchain. Did you? Why don't you ask your
Yep. No,
AI?
good day, mate. Thank you for that. Now
Ask your AI, Danny.
Yep.
Does
No, hold it.
blockchain
Now you want to ask me a
create the
question. You've filed an exemption with the SEC. That does not mean you've got approval, and it doesn't matter what country I'm in. The other thing is we actually have the master wallet addresses for BG Wealth, and we studied them, and we can see all the money is being moved off BG Wealth wallet addresses into overseas accounts. We have watched your wallet address, and we can see that this is money laundering on the internet. There's no trading. It doesn't matter how fluffy you make it. There is no trading of any. There's no trading of any type. We have got the master wallet addresses for BG Wealth. We study them with a crypto analyst, and you are lying to these people. Look, mate, if you want an accolade of my profession in this industry, I take down large Ponzi schemes and scams.
Danny,
I just took down a $328 million Ponzi scheme in
no,
America,
Danny.
and it's all in the
Danny,
newspapers.
don't patronize me.
You are
You jump
nobody,
on
mate.
board when
You are going to
somebody
prison.
else. You jump on board when somebody else is taking down somebody, and then you publish it, and then you make claim as if you're doing it. Don't patronize me. I'm a little bit above that, Danny. So at the end of the day, you haven't done nothing because you're stuck in a little room with a bunch of computers around you, running your mouth, Danny. If you're going to step up, Danny, why don't you contact the SEC and let the
I
SEC do
have.
this?
I
How about that?
have.
How about
I
you stop
have.
talking
You are
and let the
not.
SEC, because you're
I
getting
have.
excited, because
I've
guess
talked to them
what?
on the phone.
We're coming for
You
you,
guys
Danny,
are getting
because
done.
we're going to file complaints of your negligence and your abuse, and you're
Negligence.
literally putting people at risk by you cold calling
Put the
them
mic
within the
on.
United
Put
States
the
and
mic
speaking.
on, you
No,
coward.
no, let's. I'll put you on mute.
Coward.
Danny, you all, come off mute. You off mute?
Who do you think I work with, you idiot? I work with Homeland Security, the FBI, the USSS, the
Government
IRS.
agents name, Danny. Danny,
Yeah, and you're telling me
Danny.
you haven't
No, no,
got.
no, no, no,
Show
no.
me the
I want to hear from
certificate.
you.
Show me
Give me
the
a name, Danny,
certificate
so I
that
can
you've
call.
got. Show
Danny,
me the
give me
certificate you've got with
an
SEC. You've
agent
only
name,
filed an
Danny.
exemption, which means nothing. You have not
Danny,
got approval from SEC. You have got
Danny,
no proof of that. You're talking through a hole in your ass. And
Danny.
all you
What
do
you
is
are?
mute me when I challenge you. Go through the video that we did with Crypto G yesterday and do it live
Danny,
now. Show
Danny, give
your
me an
community
agent's
the
name,
truth.
Danny.
You can't answer the
Boss,
truth.
Danny,
You
give
need
me
to
an
show
agent
that
name so I can
video.
call them.
You need to show the video I did yesterday because it shows you're not doing
Danny, you
trading.
have no authority
I
in
do have
this.
authority
You are
here.
not
And
listening.
if you read the newspapers or Wikipedia about me, you'll see that I do whistleblow. And I'm the biggest scam blower up on the internet at the moment who's going after
So
BG.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
mute
Oh
Danny
my
because
God.
he's babbling like I'm doing what he does with me. Okay, he just babbling. So I've asked Danny. He says he's worked with all these people. I've done due diligence on Danny. I've had my team do due diligence on Danny. Most of Danny's
Oh,
stuff is Danny creating it. It's a figment of his imaginations, but he doesn't know that, right? He makes claims. I'm gonna have you on mute, Danny. If I mute you, I don't want to hear all the other stuff. I want the name of the agent. So Mr. G, because I got letters that I've sent to people that is forward-facing institutions. I will send a letter to that person. So give me a name and a contact information of who you're working with, Danny. Because according to my due diligence, all he said, she said, you have no substance of anybody you're working with, Danny. So if I put you on mute, Danny, can you provide me a name so everybody in
it's a
here
good
can
name.
hear the name of the person allegedly you're working with in the United States? Because you're in New Zealand. So come off mute and give me a name, Danny. I don't want to hear all the what you can do, what you don't do. Doesn't matter to me, Danny. Give me a name so I can call the agent that is licensed, that can speak with a back end. So I can call them and say, are you working with Danny about BG? And so they can give me the specifics so I can bring them on this call. So they can tell us what we're doing wrong. So Danny, give me a name, please. Obviously, go on your
Not a
portfolio and give me a
problem.
name.
Not a problem at all. Now,
What's the name, Danny?
well, I'm working with the CFTC, and I'm
What
working
is the
with.
name, Danny?
I can't tell them, but I can actually put people in touch with them if they want to email the people.
Danny, that is now you're working with me.
What
I can
the
refer
fucking
anybody
hell?
to a website.
Oh my
Just like I can tell
God.
my whole community to go
That's,
to the information
turn the mic on.
website that manage social platform and different things, and have them file formal complaints about you capturing the information. Giving somebody access to a website to fill out a form, that's what you do to
No,
create
I've
the
got the
nonsense in your
email.
case.
It's got the
So I
email.
want
You
everybody
do
to see
be there.
this. Okay, I want everybody to see this. This is what Danny did. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Yes. Can everybody see my screen?
So if you may want him, how does he respond to that?
Oh, he doesn't. He's just an idiot.
And then we're gonna put an end to that,
I'm going to show this.
and we're gonna move forward. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you see my screen? This is the official website that all of Danny's stuff is all about. So I'm pulling up right here, Danny. I don't need you to pull it up. Danny, I don't need you to pull it. I got this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna type in the name of the organization that Danny claimed is fraudulent. BG Wealth. Let's type in BG Wealth. Okay.
Here we go. This is the FTC.
There's one company. This is the name of the company. I need everybody to understand. That company is not a real company. That's a company made up by Danny and his little munchkins. BG Wealth Sharing DSJEX.net is not a company because it's two separate entities. BG and DSJ are not the same company. So what Danny did, they created a fake company and then filed a complaint against the fake company manipulating the names. And now, once that is done, they file a report because his members go and file a report against the name of the company. This is not BG. This is not DSJ. This is a fake company that they created. And they use all of supporting information trying to make the connection. And then he takes this reporting to New Zealand and take it to Canada and call it claim. That is not claim. That's manipulations of information. That is toxic, Danny. That is toxic, Danny. Danny, you are not. Why you think you're credible to me? You're not credible to me or my community. Bring me some credible individuals that maybe have a degree. How about that? Give me somebody who have a degree. Maybe they've gone through the learning process to understand, how to contextually and conceptually understand ideas. Why don't you bring me someone so that way we can have a constructive conversation? Because right now I'm not having that with you. You are creating distortions in the public domain. You're creating fear, and you're creating a bunch of false documents. Again, that is all you, Danny. That is all you. So I want to show the community that the nonsense that your family members are coming to you about Google, this is the man behind it. He and his munchkin is the one that is reporting and filing documents that is not legal, that is not logical, it doesn't align. Because if you use the actual name of BG or DSJ, there will be consequences, and he knows that. So he blend them together because he knows there's no consequences because this company is different. Okay? I need our member to understand it because we're not here to convince Danny or anyone else. Right? Again, everything Danny is produced, he is putting in the AI. Right? So there is no factual evidence of anybody in BG money have been stolen. None. He hasn't produced none of that. I've done the due diligence. Danny has not produced any evidence of somebody that's been harmed by BG. And then all the company that Danny have used that is BG, he made the claim. This company used to be BG, but when we look at the facts, this company was 2 years old. BG's been around 4 years. Again, that's a contradiction. Rather than him stopping and realizing there's an error, because you can have an existing company and have a company who is newer than the existing company be the same company. But Danny is not listening. Then he said, well, let's go down. There's another company. Now he's making an accusation BG has been around for only 1 year. Because he got 3 different companies in between now and 4 years ago that all was BG defrauding. It's misinformation and manipulation. All right. What is it, Danny?
You must be getting desperate, mate. I mean, you're doing this because of the money, and you're claiming that you're saving people from financial ruin. But the company that we talk about is actually called CR Global LLC, registered in the
How old is the
same.
company?
Sorry?
How old is the company?
That company was only probably now, it started 18 months ago when they did a test case in New Zealand.
Okay, so I want to go on record. You saying 18 months ago, BG used to be a different company.
That's correct.
All right, Danny, continue, Danny.
Well, and it was
Because we
called.
saying BG been around for 4 years and you ignoring
No, but
what
you've
that
got
company.
no one that's invested 4 years ago. All your people are no more. Anyone in this Zoom now, has anyone been invested for more than 12 months?
I got a bunch of people that have been around for 2 years, Danny.
I doubt very much that you've got investors that put $300 in 2 years ago, because we've been monitoring this. I do this for a living, mate. I mean, on my YouTube channel under the post area, I posted all the government warnings today that have been out about BG wealth sharing. And I don't know why you don't bring that up and show people and go through each of those documents. Rather, even this one here you've got in front of us, the FCA. I mean, I've spent a lot of time on this like you have, but you're not listening to the proof. You're just saying because I use AI. AI is amazing, mate. If you go to Google and search "is
We
BG
know
wealth
it's
a
amazing because
scam?"
we use it too, Danny. We're not
No,
challenging you
but
with your AI.
okay, well
We ain't
go
challenging
to Google right now and search "is BG wealth sharing a scam or legitimate?" and see what comes up. Do it. Go on.
But Danny, I just proved that you're the one pushing that information out there. We're
No,
not
I'm not.
countering you.
I'm not. It's not coming from me. It's coming
This
from
is
the
the
government
first time,
warnings.
Danny, we're countering you. This is the first time
But you're
somebody
not doing
is
it
saying,
right, mate. You're not actually listening to the truth. You're ignoring the government warnings.
which government?
Well, it doesn't matter what government, mate. I mean, why would any government of any country spend time researching this and calling it a scam just because they haven't got one that's right next door to you? I mean,
But
I've
I'm in the
I've, I've
United
shown
States,
you.
Danny.
Look, I've told
Danny,
you that we have
I'm
found.
in the US. Talk to me about the US, Danny.
Well, I am,
I don't live in
because
the
the
US.
wallet addresses that we've discovered and scrutinized for BG, we've got the master wallet addresses for BG wealth sharing. And we have shown people that they're taking the money off in $50,000, $30,000 lots. And we've shown you that they're actually not doing any trading, but you won't even watch that video with your audience here. Why don't you
How do you prove
debunk?
that, Danny? How do you prove there's no trading
Because
happening?
it's on the blockchain. We've shown that people that are paying into this, the money is going on the blockchain and the money's not going anywhere else other than being redistributed.
Danny, I've
I've
already
got the
told
facts,
you.
mate. In the video I did yesterday, I've got all the wallet addresses available and they're all labeled for
Mr. J,
everybody to see.
Go ahead, Kim.
Mr. Thaddeus is on the
Mr. Thaddeus, how you doing, good sir? Come off mute. Is he off mute? Can you ask him to come off mute? Mr. Thomas, are you here? Can you come off mute?
There we go. There
Hey,
we go.
how you doing, sir?
Hello, 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 hello.
Mr. Thaddeus, I gotta say something before you even speak. Okay? How dare you try to open up a facility so people can come see a brick and mortar? And how dare you not stay shut down when Danny came after you? Because Danny said he shut you down, man. What's going on in this space?
Hey, you know what? I believe Danny said that because Danny says a lot of things that are not true. So that's what he does, you know? He is, Danny's a joke. Danny's a joke. Danny's a joke. The things he says, he just makes the stuff up. I don't know, you know. The guy suffers from a severe mental disorder characterized by the deterioration of normal intellectual and social functioning, accompanied by a partial withdrawal from reality. He is impervious to enunciation. He probably doesn't know what any of those words mean, but it's okay.
Mr.
He's
Thaddeus,
funny.
I got a question. I know.
Yes, sir.
Are you opening the office?
Absolutely.
I just want to, because you know I'm gonna be there, right?
Absolutely.
I'm inviting Danny to fly in personally. Danny, fly in. If you need, I'll pay for your flight, Danny. I'm
I'll
going.
pay for his flight.
I'm
I'd
going
love
to
to see him
invite
in
you to
person.
come in and see how we're scamming people in person. So that way,
Mm-hmm.
in the United States, you're not out there in a closed room. You can come here, then we'll pay for your flight. We'll put you up in a hotel, and I pay for your lunch every day. Right?
I'll buy him a first class ticket. I just would
See,
love to see him.
we want you here, and I know our community will pay for it. So
Yep.
that way you can come in and see it for yourself, not be on the outside assuming. You can come in. So we're making you that offer, Danny. And if you want that offer, you can come in. Because Danny, let me tell you something. Okay. Before Mr. Thaddeus continue. One of your members reached out to me and they want to join BG because they want to prove themselves. Because they had courage. And that's what I'm asking people to have courage to come in and see for themselves and then prove for themselves, not based on he said, she said. Thaddeus continue.
Man, I'll tell you what, man. I've heard a lot of things said. I don't pay him any mind. He's just like a gnat. He's just a gnat. Doesn't matter what he does. It's not going to change anything, But here's what it is: the guy gets lucky because he's out there busting companies that are scamming people, and unfortunately, there are a lot of companies out there that do that. But he is in the position where he thinks wherever he sets his sights, he is absolutely right, and he has no foundation, no basis, no education, no training. He has nothing that puts him in the position that he puts himself in. So I like to play with him. I was playing with him from the very beginning. He's my friend. I like you, Danny. How you doing, buddy? I know you can hear me. Say hi, Danny. Wait, man. Hey, buddy. Hey.
He's still caught up on that wallet address thing, and he's not gonna let it go till the next thing.
Yeah,
So
he's like
Oh,
a pit
really?
bull, man. If we could get him on the team, you know, he could really bring in some people because once he bites into something, he doesn't let go. So I, I
so
would I would love to have Danny. I'll give you a first class ticket to meet us wherever you want to meet us at. Come to one of the offices. Let's hang out, brother.
absolutely. So we have offices we're going to open up in throughout the country, and we're going to open up around the world.
Absolutely.
We're gonna show Danny we're here to stay. We're here
Yeah.
for the people. We're going to educate people. We're going to empower people, and we're going to support them along the way. So the crypto space, we're going to give you the opportunity to be successful in that space. And
You
yes,
know, we have the ability to shut him down. You do know that, right?
I do know. I know. I know.
We have the ability to shut him down completely, but we're going to let him roll. We're going to let him roll. He's violating all kinds of policies and rules and regulations, and he thinks he can get away with it because he's in another country. But little does he know, we could shut him down within a week if we chose to.
But this, and I'm giving this space because that's his living,
Yeah,
and
I know. That's why we're doing it. I know because we're actually here to help everyone, even if they're ignorant. We're still here to help them. So that's what we do. So, we're trying to help him too, even though he is trying to take a bite out of my ass. Why are you doing that, Danny?
all right.
Look
So
at that face.
thank you, Mr. Thaddeus. And Danny, at the end of the day, these are real people. These are not somebody you just attack online. These are people with real lives, real family, and you put them at risk. And it's
He doesn't care about that, man. He doesn't care about it. He has his own agenda, and that's all that matters to him. Whatever's in his head, that's all that matters to him. I've seen his kind time and time before. He'll fade away after a while. He'll find something that he can bite into, and he'll go away when he realizes he's not getting any traction here whatsoever. Danny,
Yeah.
what have you accomplished in your goal to shut down BG? What have you accomplished, brother? Because we're all still making money. What have
it's
you accomplished? Oh,
it's
you're eating. Is
not.
that means he's eating?
um, listen, Mr. Thaddeus, we're not even. So what we want to do is we have members that's reaching out to me and say, can we get Kim going? And so Kim, I want everybody's excited about you because you're the star. They don't want to hear Mr. G and Danny go at it. I apologize to everybody if it came off confrontational. It wasn't that. This is the space because if every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I'm reflecting Danny so Danny can at least maybe after this call something is going to trigger because I know what he's holding on to. I've already clarified all the things he was saying before
Yeah.
with accreditation and everything. I've already did that, but that's not enough.
Mhm.
Now he got a new thing to bite on. So let's let him maybe learn from Kim. So Kim, if you don't mind, can you go ahead and we'll mute everybody and then you can start the presentation so others can get educated about BG space, please? Kim, can you do that for us?
Yes, I can.
Are you in a position to do that, Kim, or would you like somebody else? Would you like me to do it?
Um,
It's okay if the noise in the background. We family. We family, Kim.
That's right.
We okay if you got noise in the background. Everybody want to hear you because I'm getting text, Kim. I'm getting beat down over here with text. We want to hear Kim.
okay. All right. All right, let's go ahead and just do this real quick.
Just go through it real quick so that way people they can understand the difference between BG and DSJ. So maybe Danny has not had a chance to actually see a real live presentation that is constructive. He just heard a bunch of videos that he has ran off with. So can you go ahead and start the process, please?
Okay, let me share my screen. Oh, we'll start the other. Yeah.
Is the pop-up coming up on everybody else's screen? Danny is requesting access. Can everybody see that?
I can't.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So I do have a new presentation.
Okay.
But it's more so question and answers, which is pretty much what aligns with what we're doing tonight.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna hide my face because this is your space, and I'm gonna mute myself, Kim, so that way I don't have to pull from you.
And I think we'll call it quits here. With my battery on my laptop's just about dead.
The questions everyone has asked and the answers you need. So pretty much we're just gonna break it down between what is the difference. BG Wealth is a community, and this is where we learn. This is where we get all of our support.
All right, guys, we're going to call it quit there. Hopefully you got some of that. And we'll publish this just to show you some of the things that people do.
Our trades. This is a live market.
I'll see if I can actually shut her off.
And it's actually trading. This is where it takes place. So you need both to make this work.
Well, hold on a minute. Wait, there's a bit more here.
What are we actually doing and how does this all work? So we copy paste trading. Okay. The trading signals are provided. And then we get these signals through bond chat, and then you copy the trade code, you paste it in DSJ, you confirm your trade. It literally takes a couple of seconds to do this. The system execute automatically. It's simple, it's structured, and it's guided. As long as you follow these steps, you are good to go. So what is this going on? Okay. So what are we? Okay. So I'm probably won't be able to present tonight because I think that he is. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm not going to do it because I will present the next time, you guys. We do have someone that is on this call that is trying to create the narrative, and I am not comfortable with that. So I'm not sure why the whiteboard is up here. So I don't feel comfortable.
Everybody see this. This is what he does. Okay, I didn't infringe his space. I didn't infringe upon his space. This is.
So I'm gonna remove him.
This is. Kim, one second. I want everybody to see Daniel's nature. Okay, so you don't have to share, Kim. You don't have to do it. So we know next time we're not going to invite Danny. But I brought him in so we can have constructive conversations, so we can train, and so we can present to him in a way that he can understand. But as everybody can see, he's not interested in that. So for those of you out there in the BG community, I want you to go back to your family and friends, and I want you to educate them about what happened today. That the information that is seen is Danny and his minions pushing information out, pushing their own agenda out. And they're doing it for clicks, they're doing it for whatever reason they're doing it, because they have no facts here. Okay? So I need everybody to please be safe out there, and we don't have to retaliate. Right? We're moving in the direction that BG has put in place for us. Respect one another, continue to have compassion for one another as I'm having compassion. And Kim, I apologize that this space is not safe for you when people like Danny is in it. That is not what we do here, right?
Yeah. So there's all the time for a reason.
The rest of my family. Well, Spartan Nation, can you come off mute? Where's Spartan Nation? Is he here?
Let me look and see. Here it is. All right,
and while we're looking for Sparta, I've done my job. Right? Everybody agree? I have shown Danny the facts. Right? He came with facts. I presented the facts. He ignored the facts. He's going to go back and use, I see Spartan Nation here. Okay. He's going to,
I'm here, brother.
how you doing, good sir?
Man, I'm here. Listen,
G'day. How you doing?
regardless of what has been said,
How can we help you?
the education you always laid out overrules all this negative stuff that's out here. Guys, you all know how I feel about education, religion, and all of that. And God allows
The one
these
I wheel all
people
the
to
time, but
come
have to
on
try
the
that on
Zoom
if you like.
call, but
Yeah, you
to
think about
be
it. It takes a bit to
education.
get used to it,
Consider
but
this
it's
a
actually
test
brilliant because it's
for everybody that's here. I've
you
seen Danny
won't
do
get fluffy
all
bits
this
all over
thing,
it.
and the same thing, Josie. You have
Okay.
educated this
Just get you move over a
platform.
little bit. So there
You
you
and
go.
I
All right.
know the conversations
Can't
that
stop
you and
people
I
at
have.
all.
I can honestly say that you have changed my life. No matter how many people
That's
follow me,
a tactic what you've got on there, and
I'm
they
always
come with
say,
the
put
army,
God
so
first
that
in
they
all that you do.
made really tough.
Let him speak his little piece, as you have said. Over 600,000 members in
Well,
BG.
this is stretchy
Find
online. You can
one
wash it.
that
You can do
agrees
anything you
with
like.
what he says or anybody else says.
Yeah, and that is a
The
see how he
people
puts
that
it
have
on.
been changed on this
Has
platform is
doesn't loop over like this.
undisputed.
It actually
It's
goes underneath the
undisputed.
watch like that, and then
Yes,
loops
I
around.
have totally been scammed. Surely have happened
Yeah.
today. Clone my name, say he did this, he did that, guys. It is going to happen. Be careful. Okay, be honestly careful.
Yeah.
Josie has way more patience
all of them.
than I
Yep.
do
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
type of negative
Great
and this
watch.
type of foolishness, especially when you can
Yeah.
go and
So you want another one of those?
shut down
That's right. No worries.
all the things that were said. It's just ridiculous that people, this is their life. Higher level, higher devils.
This is the old
That's what you
version.
get.
It was a real
Higher levels,
really bad
higher
design.
devils. So for all you guys on this
You've
call
actually done well with it because
and
that's
who are
2 years old
laughing,
now.
continue to laugh.
That strap would be.
Continue to laugh at him.
Ignore it because
Let him
is
do
that a
what he
1 or a
do,
2?
guys. Continue to change your family's lives, man. I'm so happy to be here.
You got
Listen,
they got
here's
a
my
new one
little
out now,
testimony for you.
which is pretty awesome.
6 months today. I did
Oh,
celebrate a little bit, but I didn't even
Jesus.
hold a Zoom call for
Really
me
enjoy your
because I
watch.
All
wanted
right,
the
see you
people to
guys.
come here and get the higher education that you've given. Today is my 6 months anniversary.
So when you take it off,
I
you do
can't say
that.
I lost a
Pull it
single
out.
penny
So
here.
and then we put
And the
on.
amount of
Yeah,
people
it's just like a
that
hook.
follow
You're gonna
us
put the
doing
headphones
what we
on.
do,
These are a bit different to
as you
what you've
see,
got.
several
So
people, and I was
I
quiet
have
the whole
3
time,
buttons
and
towards
several of them
you.
spoke up and said, Sparta Nation this and Sparta Nation that. Man, I feel like a grandfather. Somebody told me. I felt old when they said it, but just listening to the people, it's all about being happy in what you do. And I don't care what else you say. My saying to each and every one of you is faith, family, and finances. You need them all. Josie brings you a higher level of education than anybody I have dealt with, period, when it comes to financial literacy and what you're doing on this platform. This is why he and I communicate. I want to rock with people who are not thinking, I'm not the smartest person in the room. Can't be. That means I'm doing no good to the rest of the world. Our job is to be the light on the hill and not just preach to those who come to church. What good is that? He said, love everyone. So to you, Daddy, we still love you. I wouldn't deal with you the way that he does. But if everybody on this platform go ahead and do what Josie says and recommends, guys, your life is going to change. My life has totally changed. Totally changed. It's where I sit right now to educate a church tomorrow and a church the next day. I couldn't do this last year. Could not do this at all. But I get to talk to pastors and they change lives from all around the world. All around the world, I get called to talk to people. It is a gracious honor that I humbly accept. So, Josie, that's my call, brother. I look forward to you. I hope next week that we still can meet in Texas, like we said. I know what we said, but got to have you some kind of way somehow.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All
And
right, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
to my BG family, I want you to also don't allow these distortions to impact how you communicate with Professor Steve and his team. They are there. They are amazing. We got thousands of people listening and supporting us. Continue to encourage them, continue to support them because they have to endure this. And use a little compassion when you're interacting with them and use a little compassion, because there's a whole team of Elenas,
Here's my
a
guy.
whole team of Steve
He doesn't
Peters,
bring
because he has supervisors and others that's responding. He does his best. This is a man that doesn't have to do. He does his best to try to be available at least often to us. Right? Whether someone chooses to accept whether he's real or not is irrelevant. Is the actionable wisdom in this space that we see. You are growing, you are becoming wealthy, and in 2 years you have a whole new different conversations than you have in now. So I encourage you to walk in love and light.
For some
You're going to
reason,
be
there's one thing, it doesn't pick
you're
up
going
my
to be
heart rate.
tested.
It
It is what
does
it
when I
is.
do put
Your
it on the
test and your
ankles.
challenge
Oh,
develops
so
your roots. Your roots is going to enhance your fruits.
Oh,
If
God,
Danny
this is what I've been doing
wants
the
to
whole time.
change, I don't want him to stop doing what he's doing. This is not what this is. I want him to see that attacking everybody is not justice. It is this.
Will it work?
That's all I'm trying to get. If Danny got nothing out of this show, I want him to go back to the table and says, how can I be more objective? Not yelling scam, scam, scam on everybody that has a network or social network or a community. So everybody doesn't have 19. Professor Stephen Beard does not have it. I definitely does not. I do not have that. We have nothing but love. I have nothing but love for Danny, and that's real. I want Danny to just be safe, also keep the safety of our members, safe. I need him to stop doing what he's doing with capturing information and attacking members. It's not safe. I'm gonna open the floor for some last minute questions. Kim, again, you're everybody wants to hear Kim. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to last week. The reason I didn't publish the call last week because I was concerned about this. And when we put the calls out there, somebody is pausing. Like right now, you can see all these names. Somebody is pausing and writing those names down. So it's hard to stop that. But what I may be able to do is edit the videos where I know he's doing it right now, capturing the names. But I do apologize. When you come into BG next, moving forward, I need everybody to just put BG members. We'll let Professor know that's who we are. We're BG members. We're BG strong. We're BG family. So that way, information is not a misunderstanding. Okay? So, anybody else got some last minute sharing would like to share before we end the call? Oh, okay. I see. Victor, come off mute.
One time you open the park. 3 hours.
Victor, can you come up, Paul? I'm going to share last week's video with the presentation, everybody. So Kim already shared the PowerPoint. I'm going to share the videos. I would just want to make sure I give that disclosure before I did that. Victor, can you come off mute, please? How you doing, Sir Victor?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
I'm blessed by the best.
Amen. Amen. Well, I just want to say that, despite all of the challenges and the negative stuff that people have, said about this, it remains consistent. The only people upset about BG are the people that's not in it. People in BG, I've not heard one negative word from the people that's in BG. So, guys, stay the course. I mean, we got great things in our future. All we have to do is keep moving forward. Let's not look back at all the other stuff. Man, all that negativity, hey, it's always going to happen when you're establishing something. When you're putting something in place for things to work and be better, negativity is going to happen. You can expect it. So don't worry. We're going to move forward. And BG, we're going to grow. Our family's going to be better. And the people that don't like it, that's their business. Allow them to not like it, and you keep moving forward. God bless y'all.
Thank you, Sir Victor. I do have one issue with BG. Kent is not sharing his wealth with me. So I want to go on record and just say how Kent is not sharing his wealth. Kent, come off mute. Why are you not sharing your wealth with me? I need a $500,000, Kent. Kent told me, get your own money. He said, get your own money, fool. But, and we laugh about this because BG does create the path for everybody. You're in this space, Professor says, slow and steady truly wins the race. He also said we don't have to, the only reason I'm doing this because I got an unsolicited call. And then I got an unsolicited call to be attacked. Right? But beside that, it is what it is. I've already addressed all of his concerns openly, publicly.
These
Now he's
guys are
gonna
going
go
to look
find
so
somebody else to
stupid when
counter.
this falls
I
over.
love what he's doing. He's gonna go, AI, how do you counter this? AI, how do you
Sounds
counter that?
stupid, really.
And he
What do you
doesn't
want for
understand
lunch?
that I
How about
understand AI
sushi?
technology.
Yeah.
My degree is information technology and
You mean get animal? You
instructional
get
design.
animal?
So I was
Um,
trained to
where do you go?
understand the role of
Northlands.
technology and AI.
Oh, right. To that one
You
as you
gotta
walk in.
understand that. So you have to be able to leverage it
Canberra.
objectively. All right, Valeria, Valerie, come off mute.
Right. Using the schedule that's sending now.
Hi, and thank you for
If it
correcting my name.
I'm sorry.
I'm new to this.
Yes.
I'm very new, but I am very satisfied as of right now. I can
I
tell
couldn't
you
remember
that
that.
I invested a couple of grand in a CD account,
Mhm.
and in 6 months, I only accumulated $28.
Oh, you
And
You
that's what this is
understand?
for, right? That's
Yeah.
what this is for.
And I'm like, what? So when I heard about BG and I got involved, I invested a grand, and already I'm at 200, and that's with missing 4 signals.
So she's only lost 800
I've
so far.
missed 4 trades, and
Look
still
at
I
that.
am at 2 something in a week. So,
So she's lost a whole lot because she can't
you
get off
know
the
how it
platform.
is. Every level there's a new devil.
Absolutely.
In
Absolutely.
People
every
are
level
mental.
there's a
You
new
can't
devil.
withdraw the
I
money.
am absolutely grateful, and I look forward to growing with BG. I haven't really put the time in that I need to put in with it because I'm always
To
at
recruit
work.
people.
You're welcome, mommy. I love you. I'm always at work, but it's, I want to take more time to learn more about the trade and how to invest more in
Trading.
it.
And they cut and paste text.
But I'm grateful. Like, I'm absolutely grateful. I look forward
Grateful
to
for
being a
what? You've given them
millionaire with
$1,000
you
of your
guys.
money you'll never get back.
Absolutely.
In
You
from
can't get it off
the
the app.
bottom.
MITs. See, and that's what's exciting about this space. MITs are millionaires in training. You know, you may
Mhm.
not be there yet, but we are going to give you the tools. We're going to give you the support. We're going to have your back every step of the way.
Here,
So
All
put
right.
it in
like I
writing
said, welcome.
and get it
Let
in
us
a
know how we
lawyer's
can
letter.
continue to serve you in this space and make sure that your heart and your mind is aligned with your success. Because if your mind
Absolutely.
is not aligned, then success does not follow. So thank you for being
No,
in this space with us.
thank
Mr.
you so much.
You're welcome. Mr. Thaddeus, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yes. I wanted to ask you if I could talk about all those boxes in my garage.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can talk about that, which is fascinating. Yes, yes. Let's talk about that. Okay.
Yes, yes. So for those of you that don't know, which is probably just about everyone except for maybe 3 people in here, Mr. G has sent a lovely, lovely gift to everyone, and he sent it to my BG office, and it is to enhance um, how you feel when you step into the room. I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about it, but it is an outstanding thing that he has done for me, for the office, and for all of BG members. And Mr. G, I'd like, since I really don't know a whole lot about it, I'm familiar with the pulse electromagnetic field therapy, but I'd like you to tell them a little bit about these 7 giant boxes that are in my garage and what we're going to do with them. Can you do
Excellent.
that?
Yeah, I can absolutely do that. So thank you. So I have worked in the space with healing the physical body for many years, right? I've helped people rid their body of incurable diseases through education that have had tremendous
Okay, you don't
success
sound
in
like
the
you care all the
process.
time now.
One of the things I've always was limited at was the mental state. Mental health was always a
Mm.
challenge for me. So I started doing extra due diligence and research, and I came across the first technology I came across was designed by a physicist. Was a Healy technology, and it was using microcurrency. You have to attach it to your body, and it helps you mentally, emotionally, psychologically. It was helping on different level, but it was microcurrency, which were requiring people to attach it to their person. And a lot of times, people weren't carrying it around. It was too much work to attach it. So I went deeper. I said, well, I understood what the physicist was doing. He was trying to align the quantum communications process with the intention. And so I said, well, can we do this unconsciously? And so I started researching the world over, and I came across a gentleman's work by the name of David Wong. Now, and I've had a privilege since then to interact with David. We've been in the same space together. We've actually collaborated where I've used the technology in the classroom. So what I noticed, a lot of my students was coming in the classroom and they were mentally distorted, right? They were agitated, they were frustrated, ADHD, all these different things. And in studying pulse electromagnetic frequency, I said, well, how if we can help them balance them cognitively within the space? What would that look like? So I tested a space in the room. I got permission with parents. I said, I want to do this. Parents gave me the permission. I was running energy technology, which is safe, safer than light, safer than Wi-Fi. And I ran it in a space, and I was able to take second graders, and these were low performance second graders in the midst of COVID. I was supposed to be moving into a SPAD position, and I ran the frequency to balance their mind. We use energy like alpha waves, delta waves, and different things just to keep them calm. And we had second graders that was running the class. They were using social emotional meditative states, and they couldn't sit for 5, 10 seconds. They were sitting for 45 minutes. So it was a powerful impact. And I have a YouTube video out there, sharing this. So anyway, I reached out to David. I said, how do we partner? Because the world needs this technology. So when people walk into a space, because we bring life forward, all of the struggle, all of the trials, we bring it energetically, and we don't know how to suppress it. And energy says you have to be consumed with the right energy to transform because it's vibration. So I say all that to say this. What if we had a technology we can put in the room to create the atmosphere for you? As if you're around the surrounding, right? We can put a happy surrounding around you on an energetic level. This is actually being tested. It's been tested over and over. And so I reached out to Professor, and some of my team have reached out to Professor. I said, we'd like to have this in BG because BG is about wealth. But most people's mindset is not aligned with wealth because poverty and lack has already engulfed them. What if we can put a technology and hang it on the wall and run wealth frequency? So it's like being around wealthy people unconsciously. So Thaddeus space is going to have that, and hopefully Professor will allow us to have that space, because when you walk into the space, just like in the classroom, the kids were calm, they were more centered, they were more centered and focused. We can now create that space. And all Thaddeus is going to do is create a playlist of how, just like music playing in hospitals, calm music, we're going to have calm frequency, unconscious calm frequency running. I've had one in my home. I ran it with kids. I've supported young scholars with learning disabilities that have been able to calm them and support them in different spaces. So you get to experience that in BG. So invite people to the location, because when they come into the location, if we can calm them down, then they can transform. So one of the things I said earlier, in order to teach someone, I said the 5 C's. You have to create confidence. So we can run positive frequency in that space to develop confidence. And then that confidence will lead to concentration. We can run concentration frequencies to help them be able to concentrate. These technologies have been around. Einstein said it. He said the future of medicine and all the good stuff that come along with that is going to be energy healing. Nikola Tesla did the. We are going to be leveraging that work in the BG, because BG is the people. BG is the collection of us, the people. It's not about the money. It's not about flipping your money. It's not about none of that. It's people gathering to awaken to their full potential. So Mr. Thaddeus' space is going to be one of the first pilot space. When you go into his space, you're going to feel. I've had people tell me, why every time I walk into your classroom, I feel happy. When I go into the next room, I feel sad. I said, because that's the space we have created here. And I don't have to say nothing. It is just unconscious. So Mr. Thaddeus is going to have these amazing luxury technology on the wall. I think they run between 25 and 35,000. We're going to put that on the wall, and we're going to run some positive energy. Our world needs that. And we encourage you to do that. And we encourage professors to invest in this opportunity so we can put it in every facility. And we have had some major people who have been on Shark Tank and other systems that have talked about BG, So I'm sorry, I talk about this technology in the sense that says this technology is a powerful technology that transforms people in real time. And so, and I am I have a nonprofit piece with David where we want to be able to support the community in this space. So one last testimony. This space is so amazing. When I was working in a school where a lot of kids come from home that are turned upside down. They're hungry, they're starving. And so some of these kids were being abused at home. And one of the things you can't do is change the past, but you can change how they deal with the situation and change that vibration. So I ran a lot of love frequency. I ran a lot of love and positivity frequency on them, because when you begin to vibrate, you forces the world around you to change. That is how powerful each and every one of us are. So when I ran that, these kids went home and began to tell me how life was changing in their home, where mom was getting a job where she couldn't find a job. Circumstances were falling in place for them because they already had that in them. So I'm excited to say, BG members, invite your friends that were the critics, the angry ones, and let them go to the facility. Hopefully, a facility will calm them down enough that when we articulate BG to them, it will be able to support them, and they will be able to, again, and we have confidence, concentrate, and comprehend what we're doing, so that way the content that we deliver can be mastered. Right? So, Mr. Thaddeus, I'm excited to be able to partner with you in that space, and hopefully we can be a beacon of light in that space for the rest of the country, so others can feel this luxury vibe when they walk into that space. We're looking to do in San Antonio, we're looking to do in every other state, to be able to help people where they are, because we love you and we want to encourage you, because you are BG. All right. So, Mr. Thaddeus, I'm going to be down there to unpack with you, help you set it up. And we have a whole team of support that is going to be able to support you. And from the palm of your hands, you can impact your community and impact the people that walk into your facility. So, you are amazing. I appreciate you all you do, and the collaboration that you share with me. Okay. You want to add anything else, sir?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. I I just want to say thank you. Those words aren't enough, but I can't even begin to express how excited I am, how happy, and how grateful I am for that gift, not just to the office, but to everyone that comes to share that space. And I'm sitting here. I just got to Salt Lake City today,
Awesome.
and yeah, it was a beautiful flight. I've never been to Utah before. It's absolutely gorgeous. And as soon as I heard you were online, I'm in the hotel right now. I just hopped on, and I appreciate you. I love you, brother. And I look forward to seeing you. And when you get ready to come, I got you. I
Thank you.
got you transportation, everything, anything you need.
I'm coming, good sir. Appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Carlos, Minister Carlos, can you come off mute, please? Minister Carlos? Family, this is your space. If you feel any type of frustration, distortion, this is the space to release it. Once you get off this call, don't hold nothing back moving forward. Either you make a decision for BG or you make a decision against BG. We still love you. We're still going to open up this space. Go ahead, Mr. Carlos.
Hey man, how are you, brother?
I am blessed. How you doing?
Man, this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I'm 6 feet over, not 6 feet under. Today is a great day.
Nice. Awesomeness, sir. How can I
And
serve?
a couple of things. One, very powerful conversation you had with Danny the Heck. I'm very familiar with him in other platforms that he's been involved in. I feel like you handled it very well. However, what I think, and this is just my suggestion, is to have a conversation. If he wants to, really have a sit down, intellectual conversation with you without throwing insults and trying to use, just the insultive style language that he uses in order to try to make his point. But sit down and just examine the facts. I know you tried to do that today, but I think it's very, very informative and very, very powerful. And I really appreciate your due diligence. I just want to tell you that I commend you for the homework you've had done prior to even speaking with him, to be able to answer his questions. No one has ever done that. And most people run from confrontation because they're afraid of them being exposed. But you did your homework enough to confront him, but not just confront him on a esoterical style level, but on a factual basis. And I really appreciated that. And that really helped boost my confidence. I had a lot of confidence, but as a pastor, I try to, be careful of what I do, because I have a reputation that I have to uphold. And I'm actually, Curtis's brother and pastor, Sparta Nation. And so, and I watched him, when he first joined and everything, and how he's grown, and I appreciate God allowing him to become what God has called him to become. The thing that I want to say is, are you going to, naturally, because he doesn't go away. Would you be willing to have a not where maybe just like you and him and maybe a few other leaders or something can have a conversation where he can, because he's the type that'll continue to push something until he's really dealt with, because he doesn't believe that and I was just watching him on the background. He doesn't believe that you can overcome his objections, and nor he feels like people run from him whenever he comes on board. Would you be willing to do that?
That's an excellent question. So I've asked Danny. So I've been able to share a lot of information with Danny. Okay. And me, one of the things I always share with people, I got 5 major personalities. There's me, myself, and
Mm-hmm.
and Mr. G. So me, well, I got another one. Okay. So me is the person that like Kent don't take nonsense, right? After a while, we get fed up, right? And I
Yeah.
encourage you to be able to stay balanced, right? And then there is the I. The I is the part that of me that's always out there, always loving people. I love you. I want the best for you. And then there's myself, the balanced version, right? Because sometimes it's okay to walk in meekness, but walk with a big stick. So that way, every now and then, you got to pop somebody across the head and say, "Wake up." So today's interaction with Danny, I want you to understand. I've tried to be diplomatic with Danny on multiple levels. I've sent him communication. Every time I send him something, he's not listening. He's not conceptualizing. So that's why I went deeper. I said, "What is it he's missing?" And I know this because I work with individuals and students who I think Danny, his behavior is like it's like a middle school kid. We're gonna a lot of middle school
Yeah.
kids grow, right? They think they're growing their mind, that is still trapped in that actionable position where when he got his mind on something, he think everything has to align with him. Not to say that his work is not necessary. I do encourage individuals to be in that space, but
Yeah.
you cannot be in that space and be toxic. So
Right.
whenever I've dealt with students, I always want to know what is the reflection that can stop that momentum moving forward. Does that make sense? Because if they're moving forward
Yes, I'm still
aggressively with a
recording.
domino effect, somebody got to stop it. And this was not an attack on Danny. I needed to use the vocabulary that Danny is accustomed to. I need all of you to know I've shared
Yeah.
this.
I mean,
I
did you
don't
see them? I
swear
shut down
in that
the Zoom
context.
presentation.
And plus, swearing has no
That was
power.
quite funny.
It's just words. So
Yeah.
what Danny thinks when he raises his voice and he gets aggressive, everybody needs to back down because it's dominance.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyway, I've got to
But I
go
need
because I'm back at work and
substance.
there's customers.
And so I said,
All right.
Danny,
Thanks, you guys.
let's bring your best
See you,
people
mate.
to the
Bye.
table, and I'll bring my best people to the table, and we can have a constructive conversation as it relates to BG. Okay? I don't know about the other platform, but I do know a lot of things you're saying about BG is not accurate, especially the timing, especially some of the facts, right? And then I presented to you the filings, and you have to understand exemptions and registrations are 2 different paths. Most financial institutions starts with the exemptions and then move into the registration when they're facing the public, like stock options and purchasing stock. You have to know how to do your due diligence constructively. But all he's doing is discounting what I'm saying. So that can become toxic, right? And now in the conversation, when he tells me and he ignores what I'm saying, he says, "I'm capturing all the names of your members and I'm putting in a database and I'm coming after all of them. Now you're threatening." So
Right.
that's what this call was all about. So I invited him to this call. I said, "I need you to come to the call because every time I was speaking on your call, you were muting me, and then you were, saying things I wasn't saying. I've said things to you, you're changing it up, and then you're going to your audience and you're changing the dynamic of the conversation." I understand due diligence. I think safety is key. I want everybody to understand the work that Danny is
That is
doing.
a
I think it's
total lie.
necessary to support people in that space, but don't be toxic about it. When now the videos he's putting together, when Danny does a video only have 100 hits, he goes and rebrand the video and rename the video and bring something else in so he can get 200 hits. So it becomes all about
Yeah.
the videos. It's no longer become about of the information he's delivering. So that's what today was. I needed my people, my community, to go out with confidence moving forward that says facts trump all the nonsense and assumption. We are in full compliance. If we weren't, SEC would have been in our throat a long time ago, and this would have got shut down. We are moving corporate office into the United States. We're opening brick and mortar all around the country. We cannot be in that position if we're doing anything illegally or unethically, right? And then when I tell Danny, BG is a communication education space. BG is just like Udemy or whatever other educational platform, but this platform is specific in developing people into being in the position of accredited investor, which means we want to put you in a position of wealth. And if BG is willing to do that, why not come and check it out? Check out that education space and see what it is. Don't assume that we're taking people's money, because this is a self-custody platform. Everybody gets to control their own money. Everybody gets to manage their own money. We just support you how to grow the money. Your taxes, your responsibility. All these other things that people are complaining about, it is your responsibility to take charge of your wealth potential. And this is what this space is about. Come in here, get empowered, so you know you have the ability to transform not just your life, but the lives of the people around you in your community. So, Minister Carlos, I'm open to whatever platform. If you want to set something up and have that platform where it feel like it's a safe space, I'm willing to. I am open to doing that, because yes, Daniel work it matters in certain areas, but it shouldn't be at this place where he's becoming distorted. Right?
Right, and it should be done. He was very unprofessional. He loves to attack, and it has to be managed where somebody, it can't be on so-called his platform, maybe not even yours, because that way it could be an isolated platform where each person, like when you do a normal debate or a conversation, and both parties have their fair chance, but there's a moderator there to keep the peace, like you do in any type of a debate or a conversation that may have opposing views. And I'd be willing to even facilitate that as well, because one of the things that, like, people are going to have questions, and everybody that's on the platform, they want to believe the best. And that's naturally, sometimes, how love can be blind. And so sometimes you'll believe, because you want the best, you'll ignore facts. And that's how a lot of relationships go south, because they saw those little problems in the beginning part of the relationship, but they were so in love that they just ignored them. But then those small problems became big problems. But it's best to an ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure. And so people are going to run into a lot of the similar questions that you guys presented here, and it allows you to come to respond to them. Me being in sales, I know that the best time to deal with an objection is before it arises. And so, I would feel like if we can address some of the questions that he may have, and man, the information that you share with me today, now it gives me the ammunition to tell people that are getting this negative PR from people like him, that it's being facilitated primarily by haters. And he kept writing in the chat group, oh, well, why is the site always coming up down? Why is it moving? These types of things. He's saying things like well, there's no real trading being done. Well, I trade naturally, on the futures market. I trade NASDAQ, and I've made a lot of money doing that. I've lost a lot of money, and I made a lot of money. And so the thing that makes this, you can, if there's with the trading going on, and you can see the call and the put. This is what I teach people when I bring them on. I said, this is how money is made. Because one of the key things that you need to understand in any business, because I run a car business as well too, is how is the money being made. His main response is that, okay, if people are getting paid, people have to be getting paid because of what? What is the thing that's driving this whole system? And it's the trading bot that is creating the wealth, which there's trillions of dollars on the market. So what BG is paying us is not even a piece of sand in the Forex crypto futures market. So, space is so vast. So I think people who are, making money with BG Wealth and understand how money circulates all over in both futures need to understand that if a million of us become very wealthy, that isn't even tap the tip of the iceberg of what happens in the futures Forex community with the amount of wealth that is done in the cryptocurrency futures, NASDAQ, futures and Forex market. But so I think that would be
Jump in real quick. You said something important thing, because what people fail to realize, we can have millions of dollars, created in this space, but it's all filtered to less than 1%ers, right? And it is enough money to make everybody in America and most people around the world to be. That means you have housing.
It still should be visible on the blockchain, and we've shown you the
we have
master
enough
wallets
resources to do that. However, the
for
money is always
BG
filtered to the people on the
sharing
top.
wealth.
So we
Sorry,
need
and there's
an
no
instrument, a system like this,
activity
in order
of
to give
trading,
people
just
access.
taking money off the
And that's
platform
where that access has
and
been very
stealing it,
difficult,
like
because
money
to set
laundering.
expectations, you have to have so much money. So I've addressed that with Danny. I said, this is the space where people come to grow, right? Professor always said, this is not a quick scheme turnaround opportunity. And I agree with that. This is slow and steady wins the race. So when you come in this space, you trade at 1%. So your asset is not, it's not like you flip your money because of risk, right? And to mitigate risk. So we have addressed that. We have addressed many other issues of Danny's concern. I know you have mentioned some other concerns of Danny, but I've addressed every one of his concerns. When he talked about why is the domain changing, okay? I went left on Danny, okay? I said, Danny, do you even think about the consequences of your actions? Because you are creating an action, and then you're seeing the action, the reaction from the action, and then you look surprised. And so I'm talking to him, and he's going off. He started yelling at me. So what is the reason? What is the reason? What is it? Tell me the reason now. I said, Dan, I need you to calm down. I love you, man. I need you to calm down. Tell me the reason now. Tell me the reason you low. He started going off on me.
Yeah, I saw that. That's unprofessional. I mean, really, if you're really basing this thing on facts, calm down.
So that's why I told him. I said, you ready, Danny? I said, are you listening? I said, because of jackasses like you. And he stopped. And the reason I said that is because you went out and you reported the domain, and then you look surprised when it shut down, because people are not asking the question on the receiving end of your report. You're having your minions, you get 10 or 20 of them to file a complaint. Of course, they're going to take it down, because these people are embarrassing when they
I've only been through 850
they're saying,
domains
yes,
so
BG
far.
stole from me. They're lying, right? And so when you do that, of course, they have to shut it down and then investigate. Right. So all of these attachments, and then when you continue to push that envelope, and you continue to push that envelope in certain space, especially technological space, it becomes difficult, because now all this domain that have DSJ next to it. This is a fact. When the domain has DSJ next to it, it's always getting shut down. So Professor came up with some domain that was EFKYZ, right? With just a random name, right? Random letters, no DSJ. The domain is still up. So obviously, it's not the domain issue. It is the reporting that he is doing. And he said he was satisfied with that. He said, yes, I'm coming after you. So I said, Danny, you're not looking for the truth. You're not looking for facts. You're just attacking. So the domain goes down because of you and because of your minions. If you don't allow it, then I said, the actual domain is private. These are all mirror domains. Professor have an entire bond chat server he spent about $2 million on. We can actually go in and use the browser in bond chat, but that's a lot of people coming in to trade at one singular time. So Professor have to make the adjustment. You've been in trading. Imagine if 600,000 people come in to trade within 1 minute. What is that going to do to the industry?
That's going to affect the market.
We're planning on affecting the market. That's a fact. Well, that's why Professor said, let's share. We need 10 million people here to direct the market. Because if we direct the market in the favor of ordinary people, not for a select few, then we can change things. And so I'm standing with Professor on that. Let's change things and let's make it about the people, because too many people are suffering. Too many people are being harmed. And they are being harmed based on pride, ignorance, greed, and stupidity. It is time for us to step up. So I have tried. I've delivered information to Danny. I have conceptualized the information. I've broke it down. I have tried to understand his perspective. But Danny just go from one idea to another idea. And then when I'm talking to him, he's going to the AI and asking the AI how to counter. That is not how you learn. That is. So, yes, shut down platforms that are doing illegal activities. But here's the thing. I believe this is a fact. I believe the creator is all that is and all that is not. Okay. And if God is the Alpha and the Omega, that means everything in between is to God. So when God has a purpose and a plan to reflect duality, who are you to judge it? Because you're judging God.
Mhm.
So when
Mhm.
God brings the enemy, God needs you to love the enemy. He says love unconditionally. So because you're reflecting the enemy. So I do love Danny. I do love what the divine essence that is Danny. I know it's there, and I know Danny was raised in an environment and conditioning to get him in this space to see if Danny knows how to
Bullshit they come out with.
self-regulate and grow, because his action does have reactions. So I encourage all of you to be careful with your actions, because if
Yeah.
you if you send out the action, be prepared to deal with the reactions. And after this, I will not be discussing with Danny anymore. This is done. You know, Danny is over, because I don't want to entertain that anymore. I did this for my family,
Can't handle
because
the
my
truth.
community is being attacked, and so I had to
Mhm.
defend my community, just like you, Mr. Carlos. Someone attack your ministry or your church, you're gonna have to come and defend that, because we're being called
That's
to
right.
do it, right? So
Or my family.
yeah, so I'm gonna say this in lastly, right? There is a different level. I always say this with my community, different level of festivity, right? Mr. G is very, very patient. And most people who know me, I am extremely patient. It takes a lot to get me to blow up. A lot. So there's a different festivity that I tell people. Okay? There is, Mr. Carlos, the level of festivity where somebody, come to you and says, you say the N word to you, I'll cuss you out. You mother effer, right? You can get mad, right? That's one level of festivity. Okay. There's another level of festivity. It's what Danny does. He's peeing on you and calling the rain. That's a different level of festivity. Don't piss on me and call it rain and then think it's okay when I'm telling you to stop.
That's Judy.
I've
Don't piss
asked
on
you
me and tell me
nicely
it's
to
raining.
stop. I've asked you
Leave you to it for
compassionately to stop.
half an hour.
And
Yeah.
if you
Sounds
still
good.
urinate on me, one or two things has to happen.
All right. Enjoy.
And if the extreme happen, they're taking me to jail and taking you somewhere else. I promise you that, because I have to defend myself and I have to defend my family. But I don't even want to go to that space. So I have to walk away from you, Danny, because now you're toxic. And that toxicity can spread. So I'm not angry at you, Danny. I have no anger towards you. I respect the work you're doing. I respect the struggle. I've been through the same struggle. You are not the only one who have lost family members. I've lost 98% of my family ethnic cleansing. I've been labeled mentally retarded. Danny, there's nothing you can tell me of a struggle that I haven't been through. We can work together, we can collaborate together, and we can educate the space better, but don't attack me and don't attack my community. Please, let's come together sensibly. I'm open to your suggestion. Anytime somebody else wants to set up the platform, I will be there. I will be smiling and excited to be supportive. All right.
Well, I'd like to get, if we can, maybe I'll get it from Curtis, whatever, if you don't mind, and talk to you offline about a few things. One is going to be, I would really like you to share, sit down and just have a sit down with you and to help duplicate what you're doing, because, and what Curtis is doing, and to really, my eyes are beginning to see the importance, especially now, of what we're doing. You see, I see God moving in a mighty way, because something is coming. And this is what I want the people to understand, is this is not just an opportunity for you to become financially independent. This is a preparation for what is about to come. Because for the first time in human history, something has happened that is reducing the need of human capital, called AI. And the effect is already taking place right now. We just don't see it to the full degree. To the full degree. And so what we're doing is, the timing is critical, because life is going to change as we know it. Oh boy.
It's okay. It's okay. He can't handle
Okay.
it. Mr.
And
Carlos,
so,
hold that thought. I want
yeah.
to say this one last thing with my members, okay? Uh, and I don't know how I need to block him. Okay. Because if Danny was interested in growing and learning, he wouldn't be doing the things that he's doing. So I want to share this with my members real quick. Okay. So Danny makes claim, and these are facts. Okay. Danny says, if new members are coming, don't let them in, please. Don't let any new members in. All right, Miss Kim. So I want to
Okay.
share this. Okay. Danny says that what we're doing is not approved. But what Danny has not done is understand the approval process. Okay, so this is the approval process, how to obtain an EDGAR access. Okay, so if you look at this, is that a company has to confirm before, so you have to get a CIK number, all right, and to get that number, you have to go through a certain protocol to create the law. Okay, so what you have to submit an application. Yeah, apply, to that application process. Okay, what does that application require? This is what DHJ had to go through. Okay, you have to have a notarized document that authenticate everything you're claiming in the filings. Okay, everything that you are, the official information. Okay, and they have to match that information. You have to have a notary where you, as a notary or an attorney, to make sure this is accurate information you're submitting, because they're going to hold you accountable to it, right? And you have to submit it, and then you have to wait for the SEC to approve it. This is not an automatic process like he's claiming. The SEC must approve the information to give you login access in order for you to file the Form D. And I showed you guys the Form D, right? That's basic fundamental understanding. Okay, it doesn't make you. Daniel always says you're not registered, because we're moving in a different capacity. We're moving in an exemption capacity. Well, so if you move in exemption capacity, it is a different type of approval. Just like if you have a church, you have to file a 501c3, whatever process, or 508c1, whatever that is that gives you the exemption. You operate differently than an LLC, which operates differently than a partnership or a corporation. It's education. Okay, so that is the process. That's what professors said. They had to go through strenuous process to prove. This is not easy to do, like he's claiming he can just do because he's just using lip service, right? So that is one. Let me share this other document with y'all. Okay, did everybody understand what I just said? Yes, no. Let me share another document. Okay, perfect. Close this out. Let me share this document next. Okay, can everybody see this document?
Yes, we can see.
Perfect. Every BG member is a self-custody investor. You control your account, you manage your account. DSJ
But you
is
can't
where
get
you
the money
create
out
the
of it.
account. BG does not have access to your account. DSJ has actually fined BG millions of dollars for irregularities that's happened in BG's members, like manipulating the platform,
My
trying to
God,
do
you
more
guys are
trading when we
gullible.
have been limited to just the 1%.
If you have control
All
over
of
your
these
wallet, why do you
conditions
need
are
to
in
invest for
place
6
for a
months?
reason.
Why do you get
So
charged
when you
12% when
come
you withdraw your
in,
money?
no, you're not accredited, because we haven't gone public yet. And before we officially go public, we're going to be given access to share interest, to position ourselves.
Oh, this
So
guy's
when
going
we
to
do
come
go
down
public,
hard,
to
isn't
have
he?
beneficial rights to, as DSJ move
You
forward
can
in the
file a
space.
class action lawsuit
If
against this
DSJ
individual and use my
actually have
videos
10
as
million
evidence.
members, we would direct the crypto market. Fidelity, everybody else that's coming over, they're going to be subject to what we do in the market. We're going to drive the market. We need ordinary people like you to do your own trading in your own account. So what we have to do is prepare you to become accredited investors. So two things is happening. We don't need you to show us a portfolio, because anybody can embellish that. That's what's happening in the public domain with these private systems, that is happening with banks and other infrastructure. They're doing everything in a closed loop environment where they're telling people what they're doing but not showing. BG says, I need DSJ to be fully transparent. We would take care of the education piece, but we have to make sure the financial piece is completely transparent. So when you come in, your account has a high level of transparency. You will see exactly how much you came in with, how much you have developed in that account. It will show the growth potential. It will show the trading, the number of trading. Everything is fully transparent. So as you continue to trade, you are growing your wealth. That's one of the conditions. That's condition one. You must be at a certain financial capability to call yourself accredited investor. You are not there.
$100,000.
And that's what has kept majority of the world from participating, because they don't have the entry fee to participate. No one is offering this entry fee because you have to go through gatekeepers and you have to have the necessary resources, which means it's limited
It's
to a
because it's
certain group of
illegal.
individuals. BG says, let's offer this to everyone. The students, the grandmother, the grandfather, everyone should have access to this platform.
Even children.
So let's go out and teach them. Now, when BG educates you, right, with financial knowledge in the crypto space and then create a leadership opportunity. The leadership is not going in and coming, I'm giving you instruction on who to lead. Go and find the people you want to lead. That's a different type of leadership. You don't find that in a workspace, because you bring grown folks all the time in a workspace that you have to train. BG says we want you to train the people that you bring in and lead them. Bring 5 people in and lead them. And when you do that, we will put you on a salary. That is also showing efficacy and showing the success of BG commitment to you as the investor. Okay. So when you get 5 people, BG says, let's put you on a salary, because now it's official. BG is offering you dividends. Now the track record is there that BG is partnering with you and investing in you for being a leader. And BG says, if you continue to grow in this community and mentor more people, we're going to give you promotions and give you more opportunity to grow your wealth faster. So if it's going to take you 12 months regularly, let's try to accelerate that process by making you a leader. You have to be a level 2 manager, which means you have to manage supervisors. 5 people under you are those are your mentees, right? You mentor them to replicate you. And if you do it with a high level of success and efficiency, they should be able to go forward and repeat the pattern. Once you get 5, you are now a manager. That manager is not about gaining people. That is not the purpose of becoming a manager. The purpose of becoming a manager is to move you, to accelerate you into the accredited positioning. So
If you're talking
now
a
you
very
are in
clear
that
voice, you can say
position
whatever
with
you
level
like,
1.
and people
BG
will
says,
believe what
how
you
would you
say who are
like to move
gullible.
to level 2? You might say, I'm okay with $30 every 10 days. BG says, here's your potential. If you can train everybody to become a level 1 manager, now you move from a supervisor to a manager position, we will allow you to trade 3 times. What is the success of that? If I just trade without bringing nobody in with $500, which we have seen while this man is talking, I've actually seen the evidence of this, people's account, you will have $4 million in that account if you did nothing else, all because of simple compounding rules. This is not a magic thing. If the AI is delivering the accuracy, it is delivering at a 1.24 or 1.20, which is the average of past success. I can use that predicting going forward. This is facts. These are facts. So now you're in and you say,
Well, where's the
okay,
government
I
document rather
decided
than
I want
your
to be a
made-up
manager.
document?
Well, what is the benefit of a manager? We will increase your salary to $150 permanently in dividends for as long as you continue to
If
be a
you
member.
recruit.
Now, BG is contributing back to the community with that investment return, because BG makes between 35 to 40% on that 1% spread when we take it to trade. So that is a large amount of money that's coming into BG, and BG through humanitarian means, because when you do private placement, you have to invest in the community. BG turns around and says, I'm going to give 90% back to the community to develop them, because we have to become stronger together, united. Now you come in and BG says, I will give you 3 signals, because now you're showing yourself to be successful, and you are now managing at least 30 people. You are managing all managers, right? Because you have level 1 manager. Therefore, you have the 3rd signal. If with nothing else, you did nothing else and just trade your account with the 3 trading opportunity, that 4 million becomes 340 million on the simple rule of compounding. This is not magic. This is simple rule. if you look at any investor, they tell you,
And as soon as
eighth
people
world is one of the most
stop
powerful tools.
recruiting,
You
and
will
it all
be
falls
in
over.
that
And why
position
do they need
at an
your money
accelerated rate.
in the first
Because
place?
if we can get there, we can prepare before DHJ goes public, and we can be in that position to really have true wealth. Okay, so now you're in the position, because now you're a third signal. You in 10 months, you now have the minimum 250,000 based on the compounding principle and based on the success of the AI predicting the direction of Bitcoin in the market. That should be exciting for you, because for once in your life, somebody is putting in the necessary work.
Sounds too good to be true.
99%, including Danny, is not willing to do that for another stranger. Now work 7 days a week, every day, to support a community. The work that this man and his team put in is, it is every day consistently. And he is pushing it. And every time I told him, I said, I've communicated with Professor, I said, I couldn't do it. Because he's made for this purpose. Well, I'm made for a different purpose, right? And so together, I can protect the sanctity of this platform while Professor does his job. Because he shouldn't have to come and defend this, because he's too busy trying to grow this. That's the second thing. So now you are now properly verified within the system without having to bring any portfolio to the table. Because BG can show your leadership capacity and show all the people under you. DSJ can show your financial growth and show you met the financial expectation. Now no one can challenge you because you're managing, you're training, you're teaching. Now you're a true leader. So there is no contradiction. This is the only platform that shifts you into the position to hand you off to DSJ to be in that position as they move forward. Okay, that is one slide. Now let's move on. Well, to the next slide. 1 second. Hopefully, I'm trying to bring clarity
119
to
people. We
everybody
started with over 200.
understand what DSJ and BG does. Right, and the next one is this next slide. Because I cannot get this next slide through Danny's head, because he keeps saying you're not approved, you're not approved, you're not approved, as if he has a valid point to keep saying that.
You've only filed an
Which
exemption, but your
doesn't align with what we do.
investors
So if you
are
look at
actually
this,
saying that they're SEC
these
approved.
are the
The
two
recruiters
paths
are
with
saying
SEC,
that SEC
Danny,
approved.
and your
Not me,
munchkins.
your
These are the
recruiters.
two paths. There is SEC registration, and there's the exemption path. I just show you major financial institutions are aligning themselves with the right path, not the registration.
Where did you get
The
these forms
registration
from?
comes after a company goes public,
Who created
because
these
now you're
forms for
dealing with
you?
stocks,
The
which
government?
is securities. Right now you're dealing with commodities, right? And so when you move resources in, you're developing people in that capacity, right? So everybody look at the screen, okay? This is the reason most people, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, if you Google all of them and type in Form D, you'll see all of them have done the path on the right. And if you look at the company, you'll see they use multiple different layers of company. We call that special purpose vehicles. This is how the system is laid out, right? They don't use the same company. I've seen companies bring shell companies to engage another infrastructure. So as organization is moving, you might still think that Fidelity, but they have another company, a partner company, or a sister company, or some other company that is aligned with them for that specific purpose. Special purpose vehicles are the company. And a lot of times they're limited liability companies. So there's no liability that comes on the gather wealth with no liabilities. This is the infrastructure. DSJ is the only platform within the crypto space that says we are decentralized for the people, by the people, to develop the people, and let's give them the space to grow. So they customize their platform. Coinbase wouldn't do that. Kraken is not going to do that. But DSJ opened with Professor Stephen Beard to do this. And this is this man's heart, to reach people all around the world with a cell phone to generate wealth. Okay. So these are two paths, Danny. Registration, exemptions. One is not more important than the other. One doesn't require approval over the other. It's just two different paths to be able to move in a direction. A lot of exemptions where everybody start and then move into the registration piece. That's a fact, Danny. And when you go to the SEC site, they tell you these are your two paths. You're either going to be registered or you're going to be exempt. But again, you have to understand and do the right due diligence. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and I'm going to share another one. Okay, this is important because Danny asked the question. Okay, I'm addressing all of his questions right now publicly. Right? Let me share this screen. These are facts, not theoretical, not ideas. These are facts. Are futures trades required to be exposed on the public blockchain? Mr. G is on record to say no. Futures are not inherently required to be exposed on a public blockchain, Danny. So stop regurgitating things that you lack understanding of. What is usually required is compliance, and that compliance is done behind the scene with the applicable trading, reporting, record keeping, and market oversight rules. We've already aligned with that with SEC. If a platform's trades are visible on chain, that is generally because of the platform design, not because futures law universally requires blockchain publications, Danny. That's fact in the United States. So when I say the trading account is private according to the design of the platform, that is fact. The exchange account is open to the public because that's where you bring in your crypto assets into the exchange. So they have a live records of you coming in, which, by the way, it is not a taxable event for you to buy crypto and bring it in. What happens privately now is up to you to disclose that to whomever you choose or deem necessary to. Okay? Public blockchain visibility is a technology design choice. Coinbase is required because they're centralized. Robinhood is centralized. That means that they are open and exposed. Coinbase, especially because they do money exchange. That's a different type of compliance. So that registration
See
you're
the
looking at is not
description
because of the platform
that will give the
themselves.
answer
It's
to
because of
that
the
load of
activity of what they're
hogwash.
doing within that platform. Get the facts right, please. Regulatory reporting and record keeping are legal requirements. So DSJ must legally, based on that exemption, keep the record for any formal audits. So when it comes and says, is Jossie an accredited investor? They're not coming to ask me. DSJ can show them my account behind the scene, my trading activities behind the scene. Because when I go to purchase, let's say hypothetically, DSJ decided finally to go public and they're offering shares at 10 cents. And I say, I'm dropping $1 million on those shares. Well, I can do that because I'm accredited. How do you prove that? Look at my portfolio, look at my leadership capability. I'm in a position. And all you have to do is get to level 2 to be in that position. Professor said, let's get you to level 7. Because we want to make sure you have enough people that nobody's going to question that. This is not about chasing people. The win-win model says, go out and bring people so we can make this space safe and make it permanent. And to do that, we need the people. You're not making money on the people, Danny. We're making money on the trade. And a lot of that is coming back to the people. So more money is going out. Let me prove that to you. So we have somebody in DSJ that came in, didn't do any type of training. She finally got 5 people. 5 people. Okay? And one of those person got one person. And one of those person got another person. And that person on the downline went ahead and shared this in another country. And in that country, thousands of people joined. So that person positioned themselves to be a senior manager. That person gets $10,000 every 10 days. The person above him gets $10,000 every 10 days. The person above him gets $10,000 every 10 days. The person above him gets $10,000 every 10 days. There's not enough money at the bottom to feed that without the trades. But you wouldn't know that because you're not in here. Because we see that all the time. We see one person get to level 7, we see 8 or 9 get to level 6 because they're all within the same ecosystem. These are facts. These are not theoretical ideas. These are facts. If you knew that, you would say, well, how is it they're giving out, because professors giving out 10,000, 15,000 every 10 days in dividends. How is it? Because that same ecosystem has grown, and the profitability from that ecosystem is given back to that community, to that ecosystem, and is giving it to the leaders within that ecosystem based on your positioning. If you're a level 2, you got a different position. If you're a level 3, you get a different position. If you're level 7, you get a different position. But everybody in there is receiving funds. There's not enough money coming in, my friend, to feed that.
Can you please make that a YouTube description?
That's one of the critical insights you need to understand about being. We're not trying to harm people.
Have we lost him? 5% battery left, guys. Where's he gone? Is he fallen asleep on the computer? 114 people. What's that drop down? Ah, good man. That's that Friday going. Friday got grocery. No worries. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks. Oop, meeting disconnected. Trying to reconnect. Oh, here he comes.
This meeting is being recorded.
We're back. Wonder what happened then. I think we couldn't handle. Hopefully we'll get some sound. Does that mean that we're now the host? Let's see who's in charge of the meeting now. We'll just try and get the it seemed like it's frozen. We'll try to go again. May have actually lost the connection, so we might call it quits there. I think we've got enough of that rubbish. We'll just give it a minute. Excuse me. Nope, there we go. Something's happening. He's recording and he's still the host. That's good. Well, he's doing his best efforts to keep his money coming in, isn't he? There we go, the participants. I think the computer, my computer may be actually blowing up. Let's see if we can get rid of some of the things that may be causing problems. Oh, no, he's got problems because I've got the same problem on another computer. So let's go back to this. Let's go back to that and see. Raise hands. No.
He's rebooted the meeting and all his bots are back. He's going to come back. Been removed. Dear, I don't know what's happened with the sound here, guys. So I'm going to try shutting down some of the things I don't need to use that may be causing them a bit of grief. What else can I shut down? Maybe we can shut down a Brave browser. Quit Brave. What I should have actually done is all these meetings. I want to try and do the dangerous thing, and that is take this out of full screen mode. Right. And then verifying Brave app. Weird. And then I'm going to see if we can refresh the window. Something's definitely gone wrong. We'll tuck all those down as well. What have we got left? I think we're back to, I'm just going to see if we can go into this room. See if that's, I think he had to reboot the meeting by the look of it. If that's the case, that means I can go back on this computer. I've been removed. Been browning. Let's see what we got here. I've been removed. I got put back into that meeting. We'll see. Have we got sound yet? Let's see, there's no sound anywhere. So default headphones. Let's try LG. Looks like he's lost his sound. Hello, how you doing? Hello. How can I help you? What's the best of it sold? What have you got here?
We are so not that.
So it was small. The smallest one in the shop is probably a 5 ribbon display. Here. This one.
No, that's okay. Because we already had instant screen. I'm looking at the one good for
Thank you.
but
It's got next, so we don't know.
can I respond?
Yeah, sure.
I look actually
Yeah, with the line down.
just
One time, I'll go and put it in. And then it's- First part? Yeah, this is fine. It's what I was trying to find for you, but we don't have a, that's the smallest one. And that's
because I get the most of shop like 265 and I hope down a little bit smart. This one is really
Yeah. I've got pets in my mind for years. But when if I'm running and I want to track, yeah, it will still show the disease type of the need to go. And if I'm doing a run at the moment, yeah, and once it starts, I can put through here, and I can actually see that I've got the maps.
If you've got them, then you can see those. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So if I used to run a hiking route, but I used to use Topo Net for my phone.
Yes.
And then I used to even share the satellite on the phone with my track. The last 3 days. If I'm good, and I'll go there, I watch. Yeah. And then I watch if I pre-programmed a run on it, then I could actually follow it and see how long you're going. And it will just show you how far you're going in the loop. So it will get good from any watch.
So that function 265 doesn't have that.
Yeah, it doesn't have the map. Except the other one, this one, but this one with big figure, isn't it? And then it's got maps and everything, and it's not quite as expensive as that. So this is go down to go like that one, it's 14 pages.
Oh, there's a big things.
Yeah. Put it in there. But the one that you were looking at, the 265, yes, which we don't have any of them. Tuesday we have them. And then this is probably the perfect watch for somebody who, this is the smallest watch in the shop, but people would like to explain. But this is the big version of it. Oh, no, that's a different one.
Oh, that they only have a bite size, right?
Too short. The old size is 41 now. That's very small. Yeah, this is 42. 3.
967.
165. I get one size.
Okay. 1%.
47. Maybe one size. Yeah.
That's the size.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only. Yeah, but it's the only.
Just a bigger list. You can always go Taurus. Or that. Was it Max on?